Hey everybody, we're back with Blades in the Dark. Not the first episode / character creation anymore. So if you tuned in on a Thursday, you saw us create characters in a crew, and right at the tail end of that, we skipped over some of the character creation stuff, if you know Blades in the Dark at all. And we've been doing that over email the past couple days, kind of filling out some of the details about who these people are, and how they got to be a crew, how they got to be involved in criminal activity, and all that good stuff. So you will, I assume, see some of that come out as we continue to play. But at the end of last time, they met with Bazo Baz, the leader of the Lamp Blacks, in his office, who offered them a cut of the share if they could go down to the docks and rob a Red Sash sort of hideout where they've got some coin put away to fund their street war that they have going on with the Lamp Blacks right now. And in order to kind of knock them down a peg and take away some of their funding, and also set his crew up with a little bit of cash, he sent them down to the docks. They accepted, so we are about to plan out that score and jump into it and see what happens. So we're
all desperate actions.
Yes,
all desperate actions.
Only desperate actions. So we're gonna go over here.
Did we get some intel? Like, I assume we got a little bit of intel from him.
As far as like where?
So
where specifically, and
so
like what we're looking for.
He did tell you where it was. This is not working. I'm trying to move you.
That's a big
Puka's the only one at the table.
Wait a minute.
Right, I am.
Wait, are you guys? Oh, you guys are there. You guys are here now. Cool. Aha.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, cool. You found the hideout. Are you too big? Should I make you?
I'm a little big. I don't mind.
That's good.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not taking the whole table.
So I made a little hideout for you guys. For now, it's modest,
Nice.
but it's something.
That's all of our life savings right there on the table. That's our 2 coin. Actually, I think we gave it all away to
Coin first.
Yeah, we did.
the Hive.
You did.
So
You started with some wealth and then immediately
that's what
spent
we
it.
decided had no value and couldn't give them.
Yep.
And maybe Luca's gun there. I don't know. He couldn't part with his gun. Or sorry, I don't know which one of you is the I think that's Luca, right?
Yeah,
Lucas, the
sleepy.
gun guy.
I have guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to. Can we all join the fray here? Just because I want to be in there too.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how to put myself
Drag
on there.
yourself in.
Throw
I
yourself
don't know
in
how.
the hideout.
I'm
You
trying.
don't have to do this. Yeah, just click
I
on
never
your
had to
name
do it. I never had to do it from this side.
I'm
in,
tiny.
In
Yeah.
Journal. Just click on your name and hold, click and drag.
I'm miniature. Oh, there I
Look,
go.
there you go.
Click and drag
Very
yourself.
big. Oh, I like the briefcase.
Oh.
Yep.
Never had to do it from over there. Oh, I'm
Ready
tiny.
for work.
There we go.
Yeah.
Make you bigger.
There
There we
you
go. Somebody made me bigger.
This guy.
Oh, I
Lucas.
saw it in my base.
Oh, you got a cat?
So does Cricket.
He's a hunter.
Yeah.
No, it's my gun.
That's
Oh,
your
my cat.
that's
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Your cat's a gun?
That is unusual.
I thought you said bat.
So are we at the tower right now? Is this our
So this
Yeah.
is the inside of your crumbling tower.
is that a stray cat or is that like your cat? A stray cat that lives here?
Or is that Luca's cat?
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
really envisioned it being a dog, but they didn't have any dogs in Hero Forged, so it's a cat dog mixture. Some creature from this place, this world we live in.
Yeah,
No, it's not a demon. No,
of course
no,
it is
no.
a demon. I mean, if it's according to Puka, if it's a combination of beings, it's a demon.
It's a demon. All right. Well, according to Puka, it's a
He would
demon.
know.
But
You would know.
Yeah.
If you,
What is your cat
yeah,
or
just
dog's name?
some stray that I took in, and maybe at some point he'll you know, I don't know. I haven't worked out the animal part yet. I just literally put that on the base about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. So,
Perfect.
you know, still working on the animal piece.
Ah,
That was not going to be one of the early abilities that I took.
You can figure out if it's there's an easy way to figure out if it's a demon. You just take some of its blood and see what you can do with it.
yeah.
I can figure out if that's a demon for you. Just let me get a syringe here.
It's not a demon. It's just an animal. What are you talking about? Let's get to the task at hand, boys. All right. How are we going to...
You got a rifle
do this
slung
job?
over your shoulder and 2 handguns? Is that how you always walk around?
That's how he sits at the table. Yeah. That's how you
heavy
have a
load.
leader.
I mean,
Johnny,
you always walk
Josh,
around with
change
a
who I
brief-
trust.
you always,
I don't
you always walk around with a briefcase?
Oh yeah,
You
and I'm
always
in
walk around with a
constant
briefcase in your hand like
constant
that?
physical contact with it.
With the
yes.
briefcase.
With your briefcase?
And
it's like nuclear launch codes in your
I
hand
drum
there?
on it
Is that what
and
you
I
said?
open it up and pull random stuff out of it. Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Does it have a chain connected to your hand so it's always there no matter what you do with it? Is it
You know, it should. It should. I should have a handcuffed to my wrist.
Yeah. But no, to answer your question, this is what I look like if like we get in like battle mode. But otherwise, no. The pistols usually stay concealed. The rifles like sits in a corner somewhere, you know, against the wall.
Yeah, this is for jobs. Yeah.
The cat, right?
For
The
those
cat usually
kinds,
stays around my
Yeah, I actually
the
would
cat dog
take the briefcase and take out the bandoliers and put them on, and yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Cool. So you guys are back here planning this score. So you got to pick which kind of which plan you're going to make. So this is where, and generally this is the way we do these, is when you're getting ready to do a score, pick one of the 6 types of plan, and then provide a detail. So the choices are assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport. So you got to figure out how you want to do this. You know where it is. Actually, if
That's pretty great.
I can pull this up. I don't know what's going on over there, but I like it.
Sounds like some of my kids' toys.
Yeah.
Soup, are you playing on like a e-reader computer for a 4-year-old?
I was muted. Could you guys hear that?
Yeah.
You
Must
can-
have your
We
different.
heard something.
Can you hear
Must
me right
have-
now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my mute button's no longer working.
You must be. It happens to me. It switches from my computer to
So if you
the
guys look
microphone
at,
or whatever.
yeah, so if you want to look, if you want to know kind of where you're going, if you look at the docks, yep, there's a little number 2 marker on there for Ink Lane,
Okay.
which is this little kind of back alley street. Basso gave you the details about a little place on Ink Lane. He told you what to look for, so you know where you're going, and you know that it's a Red Sash hideout where they're storing their coin. He doesn't know. I mean, he couldn't give you details about. I mean, you know, he's not planning the operation for you. He can't tell you who's going to be there when you guys are going because he doesn't know when you're going. He's leaving that up to you. So you see the place. He told you what you're looking for. He's leaving it to you to how you want to. So yeah.
I would assume stealth.
Trespass unseen.
Yeah, since we're probably not going to be going in guns blazing against the sword-wielding Red Sashes.
I don't know. Guns blazing and sword wielding Red Sashes.
Well,
Fine.
how many guns do we have? 3?
You're
That's almost a...
I mean, I have 3.
Soof, you're actually muted.
It works.
It works in reverse.
All right. Well, Luke has got 3 guns. That's almost enough for everybody.
I have a blowgun.
That sounds like 4.
I don't know if I know how to
so
shoot
you,
it, but...
yeah. So you could assault. You could just go straight at him.
yeah, no.
What,
Yeah. So
Can you repeat?
and again,
Can you repeat the 6,
yeah.
the 6 types?
Yep. It's assault,
Again.
assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, and transport.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You're orange, but
You
yes.
are orange.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
You're
We'll deal with
orange.
that. It's also on your character sheet. It's
Yeah.
on your character sheet, like underneath the equipment, towards the bottom, above your clocks. It tells you the 6 types.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And
But
again,
yeah, I would assume stealth.
you know, and there are always ways to do it. I mean, you can always pick any one of the 6, right? Like if you are assaulting, if the goal of this one is to steal something, you know, just to get you guys an idea of kind of how this works. You can just go in guns blazing and assault them and take it. You can go deception and try to trick them out of their hideout so that it's free and maybe somebody else slips in the back, grabs it, and you're gone. You can do stealth, sneak in, grab it, and get out. You can do occult, use some kind of weird ghost, like haunt him out of there, scare him out with ghosts. These are just examples. Obviously, you guys, it's up to you guys how you do it. Social, you could bargain your way in, talk him into something, make them think you're on their side, and while they're not paying attention, you have to grab it. Transport, you could find some way to, I don't know, arrange some kind of transportation thing, like, you know, it says carry cargo or people through danger. You're gonna try to carry their money through danger. So really, any of
Bit
these,
of a stretch.
it is a little bit, but
No,
I mean,
the other ones make sense.
but maybe you find out that one of them is gonna. I mean, maybe you do a little recon and find out one of them's gonna move the stash somewhere, and so you know, create some kind of like
Transport heist.
crazy transport, like Fast and Furious. Like we got 2 cars and they're hauling a bank safe around, and there's a dump truck or garbage truck, and there's some kind of trick. I don't know.
Yeah, we're on carts pulled by mules.
Yeah,
going
exactly.
going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, and people are trying to catch up. They're in their own mule carts trying to run you down. But yeah, so don't think that you're limited by the thing that you're trying to do in the way that you do it. As long as you justify how you're going to use one of these 6 for the thing you're doing, cool, go for it. I'm interested to hear how you guys approach it.
I mean, and that's always how it starts. So the ideal is like we're trying to do it this way.
Yep.
Could go sideways, and it turns out we do it a different way.
It could.
All right, so guns blazing can be plan C, D.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that. You know, either stealth or deception is probably what we're.
And then maybe
At
a
least
combination as well.
Yeah.
Starting with.
Yeah, it could be a 2-point plan, right? So like part of the group, split up the group right away. You know, that always works. So part of the group is using part of the group's using deception to lure them away or you know, distract them, and then the other half of the group or whatever part of the group's actually getting in to do the stealing of the job. Right? So I mean it could be more than one plan, but we probably should stick to one plan for our first score.
Right, because we don't know how this is going to. I mean, we can talk about all we want to about how we think it's going to work, but
right, and that's the thing. Like we shouldn't try to detail it out. It's just real simple. 1 through 6. What do we want to do?
Yep.
I mean, we'll get a few more details, but like right now, it's just. It sounds like stealth is what we want to go for.
Stealth.
right, because Josh pointed out like about 8 years ago, why do we make plans because we never follow them anyway?
Right.
And that's why this game is
just
perfect.
Exactly, because who
Right.
cares about
skip
plans?
the plan.
No, it's not about the plan. It's about a fraction of a plan, and that's all we need.
So just choose how and let's go. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I think stealth is a good one for the first one.
Yeah.
All right, the stealth plan.
And we
Alright,
are
so-
shadows.
So the detail you need is how are you going to try to get in here? And you know, some of you have been down by the docks before. When he mentioned the building, it rings a bell. And so there's one. It's an old warehouse basically. There's a double door in front. There's a like cargo door on the back side, and then it's a 1-story building. There's windows on either side of the front door and along the left and right side of the building. The back doesn't have any windows. It's dominated by that big kind of cargo bay door. You don't know. I mean, having not seen the roof before, is there a way in from the roof? I don't know. part of what you could do if you want, and this is on the some of these questions are in the bottom of your character sheet, but you can spend a little time gathering information if you want to do that. So you could survey or study, so there are some actions in there that help you kind of gain information. So if you did want to send somebody out, take a look around and see if there's another way in aside from doors and windows, you could do that before you head down. Or you can just go and pick away and see what
happens.
See what you make of it.
Well, so Puka's gonna. I guess I was doing character. So something I could do. I mean, if we want to, take a little extra time before we do this job, I could go and see what kind of ghosties are down there, and perhaps people are weirded out by ghosts. I could maybe get a peek on the inside just by saying, "Oh, look there! There's a ghost you might want to deal with." I don't know. I could try it. People tend to like me.
I could take a look around without them looking at me.
Sounds great.
See if
I wouldn't mind
our way in.
seeing what their defenses look like. See if they've got anything we should be alarmed about.
Yeah, and if it's not well protected, then I might just be back with the coin.
Just pull the whole job on your own.
Well, as convenient as that would be, Sarge, I somehow don't think they'd be sending a crew of us to where one of us could just walk in and get it.
I wouldn't just walk in.
So either way, we should go case out the joint.
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
Go gather some information.
We will gather the information.
So I assume we don't like walk together. We just kind of on our own, but maybe all be there, and Luca, just in case things go wrong, is there for.
I was thinking Wizard of Oz style, like we could arm in arm and skip down the road.
Not what I was.
No? Oh, all right. Well, yeah, then separately. I guess that works too.
Yeah, Luca says I'll just walk down. I'm just gonna walk down the street in front of it and just keep walking. I mean, the docks is not exactly my neighborhood, but it's close enough. So I won't look totally out of place down there just walking around.
All right. Cool. So anybody who's gonna go take a look, as you do this, this is a so you're just gonna walk by front and kind of take a look. That would be a survey roll. Yep.
That's what I'm doing, is just surveying the scene.
Yep. What's everybody else doing? Anybody who's going down there?
I am prowling.
Okay, so what exactly are you gonna do?
I am going to be getting up on the roof. I'm going to be looking around. I'm going to be seeing about a way in.
Okay. You want to try to get on their roof or like an adjacent roof and see what you see from there?
Adjacent, and then if the opportunity presents itself, then theirs.
Okay. Cool. So for you, we'll do a prowl to kind of sneak around.
I don't know what burglary gear does.
Yeah, so what Josh had sent that second, and actually it might be in the original PDF, that second PDF.
Bar.
Yeah. So it doesn't give you a boost or anything, but it gives you access. So you got lockpicks, pry bar, vials of oil to silence squeaky hinges, coil of wire and fishing hooks, a small pouch of fine sand.
So, yeah, you can, I mean, that's the stuff that's got in it. And then if you want to use it, then, you would just describe how you're using the thing to do something.
Okay. Which document, Suf?
So in the one that Josh sent, I think it's actually in both. I think it
The
has
player's handbook.
Yeah, like the player's kit. Try and get a page.
Blades in the dark.
You're talking about the items?
The standard items. Yeah, it's on page 11 of the player's kit he sent.
And a lot of them are on your character sheet. If you click the little triangle, it drops down and just explains.
Does it explain? I just gave you for notes.
Mine
maybe
have the
that's-
notes in there.
Oh, I guess it's for the common ones. The uncommon ones aren't there. The
Right,
second,
you're right. Yeah.
second document that Josh sent does have those. It's like if you go to your specific playbook, at the bottom of that playbook, it'll define what each of those special items are that are in the gray box on your character sheet. Because those don't have the definitions already in there. When Puka gets down into the area, and especially when he gets close to the warehouse, he wants to attune to the supernatural around him and into the how are they just ectoplasmic realm. What are we talking about? I'm trying to remember how they describe it.
So
the ectoplasmic realm. You're right. That's fine.
So the idea is you're going to go down and see if you can sense any ghosts in the region of this
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, I open myself up, eyes darken as I start transitioning to try and see the other realm.
So yeah, that'll be in a tune. And then Cricket, are you doing anything on this?
Yeah, so I'm surveying. I think I'm surveying, but I'm looking specifically. Yeah, what type of defenses might we run into? What could I tinker with or wreck, if necessary?
So you're going to do kind of similar to Luca, just sort of take a stroll around.
Yeah.
But not with him, obviously, making your own.
No, I don't. No.
Since you're not all going.
Yeah, yeah, I think his is more of a technical know-how. Mine is more of I'm looking for people, guards, their schedules if they have any, like people if they move in and out at certain times. Just I'm more of the people watcher than I am the technical gadget watcher.
Okay. Cool.
It's Chris's job.
So I think what we'll do then, and generally that's kind of how we'll do, as we get to points where we think an action roll needs to happen. The idea is those are generated out of, tell me what you want to try to do, and then we'll figure out what, what the action rating is for that. So in this case, survey for Luca and Cricket, prowl for Sarge, and attune for Puka, and then position and effect level. So these are all kind of basic things. So standard position, risky position, which is kind of the standard if nothing exceptional really is happening. And standard effect. So you'll get what you want out of these if your roll goes well. So we'll just go around here and anybody particular want to start?
I'm ready.
All right, go for it. So roll your.
Let's screw this up.
So you're rolling your survey.
Bonus dice, none.
Whoa,
Hey,
good start.
So that's it. Yeah.
I take the lowest result.
Hi. Oh, are you untrained?
Oh,
Like you
you're-
have no dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any dots in survey.
Okay.
So yes, you take the lowest result.
All right.
Roll this guy.
Like I said, good start. Good
Yeah.
start.
I thought I saw that 6 in there. I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, it is.
No, that doesn't count.
No.
Three's a success, right? Or is it
No,
fours and fives?
fours and
Okay.
fives.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
1, 2, 3 is a less than success.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
So
If you ever, never mind. Go ahead.
so Cricket. So what happens to you is so you're kind of trying to figure out what's going on around here. If there's some easy way that you could destroy something that would throw them off, otherwise cause some kind of mayhem to their building that would put you in a good spot when you're going to get in there. And you think you see something on the corner, on the back corner, that might be promising. But as you do, you see a face in the window. Look out at you and go, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey guys, there's somebody outside!" And you hear some running around outside. So it's pretty clear that a bunch of them are getting ready to come out, and you actually see them, and we'll get to we'll get to you in a second here, Luca. You see them, several of them with swords drawn, come out the front door and around the corner to the side you were on, and they're looking for you. So, probably not. I mean, you can try to stick around if you want, but if you keep looking, you might have some red sashes on you momentarily.
So, what is the building like?
So it's a squat, just wooden building, and it's basically just a rectangle. So it's 4 sides, flat roof, with sort of, if you imagine like big kind of factory windows, or sort of warehouse windows on the side, just big, simple, 4-pane windows, and then the double doors in front, just sort of big wooden doors, and then a large wooden door around the back.
Okay.
So nothing particularly, it's a basic warehouse. But there are some red sashes running around the corner.
So they're coming out to consort?
I don't think they're consorting.
Nope.
Consorting is for friendlies.
It looks like they
Why
came
to be
out.
unfriendly? They just saw a person outside their window.
Staring at their warehouse.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
yelling.
I want to buy it.
Yelling that you heard seemed unfriendly. It seemed like they thought they had caught a prowler around their building.
Yeah, I guess I'll carry on down the road, and disappear down an alley or something, if I can.
So yeah, you had enough of a warning. You heard them yelling and running around inside that you could have, if you didn't want to stay and try to see what happened, you could duck out around the way.
So should I have prowled if I do that better? And like, what would that have? I mean, what would the difference have been?
So
Like if you want to gather, do I have to survey? Like if I prowl, is it to no result or what?
So prowl is kind of the thing that gets you
in position.
Gets you in position without being
Should
seen.
I have done that to get in the position to then survey? Or like,
so I mean, it sounds like you've got prowl as an actual skill.
Right.
So yeah, so
And ultimately I want to tinker, which I do well, right? So like,
right.
Yeah, so if you want to describe, like, okay, I'm not gonna just, take a stroll by and try to look casual and just sort of keep an eye on things. If you want to describe, like, I'm gonna actually try to sneak around the building, and like stay in the shadows in the alley between this and another building, or like do what Sarge is about to do and climb a building next door and try to not be seen doing that. That can be something that sets you up to do other stuff.
Okay.
But that prowl in and of itself is not going to give you information about things. It's just going to try to get you somewhere unseen.
Okay.
But I mean, and so that could potentially affect, like, your survey might have been controlled instead of risky because you were in a better position, or you're in a better position, so the effect could potentially go up rather than being a standard effect. So yeah, it's a setup for something that maybe you're not as good at, or just a setup.
Okay.
Yeah. So Luca, as the other person who's kind of taken a stroll, go ahead and we're going to start with survey for you as you just sort of try to get an idea of what's going on here, and then it may turn into something else. We'll see what happens.
Okay. So it's risky and standard, right?
Yep. All right.
So question.
Yeah.
So what is explain the dots again real quick. Like I have a red dot in survey.
Yeah.
So
Trained.
So you actually get that die roll, I guess.
Right. So yeah, if you're trained,
you get one dot.
Right. The number of
if you're
dots.
Untrained like me, you got disadvantage.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have 2 dots, you roll 2 dice with advantage. 3 dots, 3 dice with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it takes care of all that for you on the die roll. So when Drew rolled, he clicked on survey, and because he didn't have any dots, it gave him the 3.
2 dice,
Okay.
but that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
2 dice can be good or bad.
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah, 4.
All right. So you, as you're kind of strolling by, kind of keep an eye out, you notice that they have some guards, or what you make out as guards, but they are not actually in front of the building. They're watching from nearby spots, so they're not being obvious. They found another alley to duck in, one on one side of the building and one on the other. So they are watching the front door. But it's not like they have guards. And it, I mean...
Is Josh cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah.
What'd you miss?
A good chunk there.
Okay.
Like they're not obvious, but
Guards
Okay.
watching the door from other alleys. Yeah.
From other spots, yeah. So you see people, and so, kind of as you stroll by, like, all right, there's some people in the alley. Oh, wait a minute. They have swords. They're kind of trying to keep in the shadows, but it's obvious that they're watching the building. But as you are kind of keep watching them as you stroll by, there's a commotion and the front door bursts open and several Red Sashes run out and to the left and around the corner of the building. And when they do that, 2 in the alleyways start coming towards the street that you're walking down, and you can see them putting their hands on the hilts of their swords. They're not running across the street yet, but they look like they're getting ready in case they need to go over there.
How many Red Sashes would I guess are out here?
So 4 came out the door. So you've got those 4 plus 2,
Okay.
the 2 guards you saw. So there are 6 outside. And this is kind of in a spot where you're going to be kind of in the middle of a bunch of them if something goes down.
No, I'm literally. I just keep walking.
Okay.
I'm out for a stroll, and I just happen to notice things.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna hang around.
All right.
The commotion starts. I note it. I note the dudes, and I just keep right on walking.
Cool. So, there's a lot going on. This is great. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see what you're up to. So you're trying to prowl up to a building next door and get on the roof and not get seen. Is that
Yeah.
idea?
The potential of getting onto their building if I see something worth seeing.
So yeah, go ahead and make your prowl roll.
This is risky and standard.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
3 dice.
Good
But... Got there?
Yep.
That only counts as a 4.
Ish.
Leave it to Mike. He needs 3 dice every time.
Yeah.
Just keep prowling, bud. Just keep prowling.
So, so you find the building next door and you get up on top of that one, and you're looking around for a minute and it looks like, okay, I might be able to clearly get on that other one. And as you're making your approach to get from the building next door onto the other one, a bunch of guys come out the front door and come around to the side we're on. And one of them seemed to, like, they might have glanced up at you, but you're not entirely sure. But they might suspect. They didn't. I mean, at best guess, they probably didn't actually see you. But at least you think that they might, if you stick around on this building, they might come up and check, or at least their awareness is heightened right now, so it's it's not going to be a great time to maybe jump over onto their building. You don't see anything obvious on their roof from where you are, but now that you can kind of see what their roof looks like, you think you'd have to hop over there to really find out if they're right the way in.
All right, I'm going to get to a different roof and sort of circle around to the other side of their building that way.
Okay. So go ahead and prowl. Try to hop down off this roof and make your way around in a way that they won't see you. Get over to the other side.
So the roofs are not close enough to jump from one to the other?
Do you want to try to, if you want to try to make your way around via roof, you can.
Is that still prowling?
It is still prowling, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm not getting down and near everybody.
So you're gonna try to just hop from roof to roof and make your way around.
I'm gonna stick to the walls because jumping onto the walls will make less noise than jumping onto the roof part.
Okay. I'm gonna try to land on that.
Work on the edges and then step in.
Nothing could go wrong here.
No way to fall.
You got 3 dice, man. There you go.
Ooh, there it is.
Ooh.
All right. So yeah, you managed to hop around, and you get all the way around to the other side of their building, where there's not any commotion going on, and it's quiet over here. So you think if you, and did you want to try to get around to the other side and then get onto their building as well? Okay, then yeah, you stop for a second to kind of peer down into the alley, see that none of the Red Sashes are running around this side, and it seems to be quiet, so you're able to hop over onto the edge of their building. So you are on their roof now.
Okay, and now I'll check that out.
Okay. So you're looking for a possible way in from this?
Way in. Is there electricity in this world?
There is.
Kind of.
All right.
Kind of. Yeah,
Like
there's,
electricity?
there's electrical devices that run on the.
It's all plasma.
Yeah.
Is it like a power grid, or is it like each building is internally powered?
It depends on where you are, but here, if they do have any kind of electricity, which this one doesn't have anything obvious from the outside that you've seen jumping around so far, but it would be some kind of internal
All right.
source.
That's one thing. That's one thing that I was checking for.
Okay.
Looking for any other external infrastructure that could be taken advantage of.
Okay. So go ahead and survey as you're up on the roof and see what you find.
Is this controlled now, or is this still risky?
This is this is controlled now because you are in a good position. You've actually made it over here without seeing it all, so no one knows that you're up there. So this would be controlled and standard effect. All right. So you do see that towards the back of the building, there is a roof vent that you think you could probably get in through. You don't know how quiet, but that's a potential way in. And that is in the back, like if you're looking at the building from the front, the back left corner.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as you step near it, part of the roof where you step creaks, and you hear a little bit of crumbling as if maybe part of the ceiling inside has fallen.
Yeah.
So it's not unreasonable to expect that they may wonder now if something is on the roof.
All right, time to get out.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna just bail on this as soon as that happens.
Yep.
So you hop back off and are able to freely make your way back the way you came.
Okay. And I'll meet at whatever predetermined meetup point we had created.
The crumbling lair tower.
Back at the tower.
Yeah.
All right. Puka, so you are getting close enough to see.
Standard attuning.
Okay. So you get the sense that there's sort of echoes of spirit activity near here. There's nothing here right now that you can sense. Like you're not getting anything strong enough to tell you that there's some kind of active ghost nearby. But you could surmise, this is not a place that is free of, spirit energy. So you can't really tell what it is. But at some point, something has come by this area.
Okay, but it's like echoes of it, not enough to go on.
Yeah, nothing active currently.
Okay.
Just sort of that kind of afterglow of something having been nearby. The interesting thing is that as you're kind of opening your senses to get this, you're kind of lost for a moment in that, like, it's this weird sort of almost out of body experience to attune to the ghost field, right? It's like you sort of lose your awareness of what's around you a little bit, not completely. You still know where you are. You can still see and hear, but there's that kind of haze as you attune to the spirits. And as you come out of that, you realize that there's 4 Red Sashes who somehow were for some reason outside the building, who are coming back towards the front door, and also towards where you happen to be, standing in the street, kind of looking weirdly at their building.
Yeah. I'm looking weird. There's no doubt about that. That's what I'm doing.
All right. So as they come up, 2 of them go back to the building, but 2 of them approach you.
Mm-hmm. Rub my eyes.
Can we help you with something?
Oh no, sorry. I've been just searching around for some spirits. I heard there might have been some in the area, and I figured I could catch some.
Catch spirits?
Oh, aye. Yeah, it's a good time.
We haven't had any problems with spirits here.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll go down the street a bit, see if they got trouble down there. But if they do, you let Puka know.
Oh, we will.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Of course. You have a great one.
A good night.
Yeah, sure. Head off.
All right. So, meeting back up at the hideout.
Yep.
Right. So you all get back to the hideout eventually. Some a little bit later than others. Sarge spent some time hopping around on roofs. So probably Cricket's back first because he had to kind of hightail it out of there. But within a few more minutes, the rest show up.
Well, it seems relatively heavily guarded. There were 4 that came out. There were 2 across the street. I'm not really sure why they came out, but they seemed.
They seem really antsy.
Antsy and
Yeah.
Oh, they were nice fellas, though. The ones I talked to.
They saw me outside their window and came running out with swords.
I mean,
Not that nice.
They are Red Sashes.
Oh,
Well,
you were the reason that they came outside. Ah, okay.
yeah,
Well, that makes more sense now.
I was just taking a walk down the street and they were gonna come kill me.
Just looking in people's windows, huh?
Those eyes are nuts. I don't know if we should do this. What did we get a timeline from Baka?
Basil Buzz.
Bad.
No, he just said he wanted you to do it.
All right.
He didn't give you a
I think we
deadline.
should wait this one out though for at least another day or so. They're gonna be on edge, I think. What'd you guys find?
Not much on my end.
Nothing too promising. I found a duct down the ceiling that we may be able to access, but man, those things make a lot of noise potentially getting into them.
Was there an accessible roof point?
So if you can get me in position, I might be able to.
Across the way, or did you get that far?
I circled all the way around it by roof, so if you want to be on a roof and be near that building, you can do that.
To see the front door or another point?
Oh, I wasn't around the front door. I was around the sides and the back.
Were there doors around the sides and back?
Did I see any of that?
Just the big like bay door on the back end, big cargo door.
They have a loading dock door on the back end, but nothing on the side.
Just windows, right?
Windows, yep.
Yeah, you got spotted through one. You ruined my approach.
Gave you a distraction. You're welcome.
You heat him up.
Anything?
I didn't think they'd be so antsy.
No,
Spiritual in the neighborhood?
Nothing so much in the spirit realm. I mean, there's some echoes of it, but there's tends to be echoes here and there anyways. Nothing fresh, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have offered to do some ghost kitchen for him.
You said you talked to him though?
Oh, aye, there were a couple nice fellas. Okay, I guess they were coming back from trying to find cricket. 2 of them went inside. 2 came to talk to me, and they seemed fine. They were obviously a little curious as to why I was there, probably because they were already a little antsy. But they were fine. Let me on my way. Told them I was looking for spirits. They said they didn't have any. End the conversation.
So they've spotted at least 2 of us. The fellas in the alleyway may have also spotted me when they were advancing to see what the noise was.
All right, so far so good.
We've been. It seems like maybe Sarge is the only one of us who hasn't been noted by any of these.
Yep.
So
If we show up again tomorrow, they maybe get a little more suspicious.
right, give it a few days.
Is there like I know that the light only it's dusk and dawn. Do people tend to sleep in one of the darker parts?
Yeah, I mean, people still tend to keep the same, the same schedule from when, there were actual days and nights. A lot of people, it's kind of ingrained in society is like, the work day still starts in the morning. That for the average, daytime worker, there are people who work night shifts, especially in some of the poorer areas where it's factories and labor and things like that.
It's a little quieter during the night,
but it is quieter during the nighttime hours. Yeah.
Okay. So, in general, is it better to pull a heist at night?
Yeah, I mean, if the idea is to go unseen, then yeah, night. But
in some ways, they're probably, I mean, they're still guarding at night, I assume, and we might be almost easier to disappear. I don't know. Maybe there's fewer people there. I don't know.
Right. I mean, right. Like if it's a business, then obviously there's a nighttime for that business. But yeah, they might just have guards around the clock and just have shifts. Right. So, I mean, maybe it's better at night. But then again, maybe everybody thinks it's better at night.
Yeah.
So they're heavier at the night.
Well, and you can blend in a little more during the day. I feel like it's night and you walk down the street, like you're the only one walking down the street.
Right. You've got a reason to be there and it's not good.
I'm gonna guess that the underworld probably does a lot of their activity during the nighttime hours. So
right, so, I'm wondering if it's almost as busy. You know, I don't know. Just trying to get a feel for the world here.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, you would imagine that the streets are busier during the day. There's people coming and going from work, from businesses, from things like that. Especially like the docks are a fairly busy part of town. There is a lot of industry that revolves around the docks. This, from what the four of you have seen, this place doesn't appear to be an active business. Like there wasn't anything that gave you a sign that they're, doing anything other than, using this as a place to stash stuff. It doesn't look like it's dilapidated enough and sort of lacking any of the signs of, oh, this would actually maybe be open during the day and something would be going on here. Doesn't seem like that kind of thing. So you don't think you're going to be interrupting any business hours if you go during the day. There's just probably more going on the street around here. Although, you did see some people around. This place in particular, Ink Street, is not, it's not crazy during the night, but, it's still, there are people going around, Ink Lane. There are tattooists and some other things like that, which tend to be open a little later than the, like dock workers who generally start pretty early in the morning and work during the day. And there is activity. There are still ships that come and go sometimes during the night. So it's not completely dead.
Okay. Anybody got any bright ideas about a approach to this one?
I don't know about ideas, but we should at least list our concerns, right? We got, a number of guards, at least a handful, if not more. And even once we get in, let's say we don't have to deal with them, we still have to get 12 coin worth out. And I don't imagine that's going to be light, right? I don't know. I assume because
it's not just 12 coins sitting on the table.
Right, like a coin. You said a coin was like 40 silver or something like that?
So yeah, coin, like one coin. Hang on, I just closed my thing that I was about to look at. Yeah, so one coin, like a full purse of silver pieces. So 12 coin is a decent amount, like more than a small safe full of coins.
Right. That you don't just walk around with. And that's of course assuming that, it's actual coin. It's not, arts or goods or something else that they've, converted it into.
Yeah. Now, I mean, divided up between the four of you. So 4 coin is like a satchel full of silver. So if you're going to carry 3 each, then, that's a small satchel.
3/4 of a satchel.
Yeah.
So that means that like part of our gear is going to be coin.
Yep. On the way out.
On the way out, one of our load will be coin.
But if I unload, make space, right?
Drop something and lose it.
Oh, like bombs and stuff.
Things you
You use up the bombs. Yes, you will have space.
You don't have to carry them home, right?
I mean, that seems to make sense. Yeah, it's a nice way to free up your load.
Like, man, I didn't need these. All right, well.
Let me just pull these pins real quick and.
So I do have a question, Josh. Like, do I have access? Like, I'm not quite sure what I have and don't have. Like,
everything on the character
or
sheet
could
right
make.
So it's the stuff on your sheet. So if you look at, let's see. So yeah, you've got that list of things, items. So all that stuff.
So like, can I just make smoke bombs all I want? Like that doesn't cost any resources. Because that's an alchemical. If I have like the bandolier, like do I just have an endless supply of trance powder and grenades?
Or it's
and
assumed like
bombs?
you're always working on it, I guess, right?
Because
Yeah,
like when I look those up, those are actually like, I don't know, they actually have like a cost or something like that, I thought.
Ooh.
I'm looking for these now.
Where are they? I found them at some point.
Yeah, I remember I know it's in there.
It's under Strange Forces Crafting, I think.
Yeah, that's
So sample creations, spark craft a grenade. It's like 3-2, like which I think means level 3, and I get 2 of them or something like that.
Yeah, so that's the tier of the item.
I can't hear what you're saying, Josh.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, the first number is the tier of the item, and it's quality 1 through 6, and then the number of uses if it's a consumable. So yeah, like bombs obviously are consumable when you use them. They're
Right.
so yeah.
So I don't have those things on my character sheet.
Yeah, so
Like,
basically
I don't have Alcahest. I have to. I don't know where Alcahest was, but
that's in oils. Alchemical. Yeah, so these would, these are things that you would either buy, although they are restricted. So you take some heat if you buy them, or make in downtime.
okay. So I do need to make this stuff in advance.
But it's assumed that currently we have whatever we have. Like this is starting equipment.
So whatever is on this list is what you own currently.
And you can make more and add that to your list. Because you can always add
So I
on.
do have a demon cat. Haha.
You have what do you have?
A demon
I
cat?
do have a demon cat.
Told you.
Yeah, you do.
Told
Cat
you.
dog demon thing.
You do have a demon cat. That is true.
So I do or don't have grenades.
If it's in your character sheet, you currently have it. But once you've used it, it's used up until you create more.
So yeah, I have a second like underneath items.
Yeah.
And I have these bandoliers of alchemicals 3.
Yep. So you start.
And then underneath items, I have alchemicals, and I've got this list of like choosing when you use a bandolier slot, choose an alchemical.
Yeah. So the way that works is you have a bandolier, or you have bandoliers, right?
2 bandoliers, yeah.
You have some stuff in them.
But we don't have to define what it is until later.
Right. Because yeah, I had this thing. I made this. Okay, cool. I had that.
But if it was like a level 3 item, don't those sometimes cost money?
Let's see.
Or do we just say for now, at least I got to replace all these things eventually or something?
Yeah, I might have to look more into that, but
Okay.
yeah, I think you.
I mean, if I have 6 grenades, we can do this another way. I assume. I don't know.
You could do it another way.
Well,
There is the very
but
obvious.
recall that if we make ourselves known and then we get involved in a street war, now we are
I know.
siding with one side.
Yeah, but
The objective is not to do that.
I'm not suggesting that's the way we do it. That is not Cricket's
I mean, it kind
preference.
of sounded like you were suggesting that's the way we were doing it.
No, it's not. I said there is another way we can do this. I'm not saying I want to do it that way.
Yeah.
There's always another way.
So
I just didn't know what I have. And then I have an invention as well. I already have that invention or not? Like Artificer says you begin with one special design already known.
So
So
you know the design. So that means you don't have to like do research to make up the thing. You are the thing that you want to be that.
Okay. But I need to spend time and resources to actually craft the invention. Okay. So I don't have that.
So I think
I just need to know because this affects planning, right? This affects.
So I think the way this bandolier works, which is if you end up bringing that, if that's part of your load, then under your alchemicals where you have those 2 slots, I think those represent your 2 bandoliers. So when you use one of those slots, you say, okay, I'm using this thing right now. I'm taking it out of my bandolier, using it. You'll check off one of those slots. And so you use one of your 6 bandolier items.
Right.
And so if you want to replace it with something, then you have to craft that during the downtime, and you just make a note for yourself. Now this bandolier slot is this thing that I made. So for now, it's wide open.
Okay.
Because you made whatever you made before this whole thing started. And then as we get into downtimes, you can make specific things and say, all right, now this is a thing that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And looking at it,
I mean, to that point. Oh, go ahead.
I was just say, so looking at it, because you were talking about like coin costs and what have you. So like a grenade, like you said, it's got that 3/2, which means it's got 2 uses when you create it. You create 2 grenades, and 3 is the tier that you need. It's like if we were tier 3, it wouldn't cost anything, but since we're tier 0, you would need at least 3 coin to create a couple of grenades.
Right, but apparently I already have some.
Right.
I guess.
You got something to start with, but we can't get more for the time being.
Yeah,
right.
You do that tinker roll in your downtime, and you get basically your tier +1 as the quality level. So if you're trying to build a tier 4 item, and you guys are tier 0, and you get enough to build a tier 2 item, that's not enough for a tier 4. So you got to spend coin to make up the
2 coin to make
difference.
it up, right?
So that's
I
where
was just curious what I have to start with. I know I can make stuff later, but I just didn't know if I had anything. Am I just like a useless guy, or if I actually have some stuff?
No, you got stuff. None of you are useless.
Oh.
Yeah, you got all sorts of cool things.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Well, yeah, and it looks like, I guess it's weird. So downtime crafting, I guess you make a tinker roll, and that determines the quality of what you can produce. So I guess you don't have to say like, I'm trying to create grenades. You say, I'm going to tinker. And then you make your roll, and if that gives you a plus to the result, you can then pay coin to increase that and say, what I made was grenades, because that's how this game works. You do everything in retrospect.
Okay.
But it does sound like it starts with our tier rather than tier +1. If we have the workshop, it's automatically +1. If we have the workshop in our layer.
Yeah.
Johnny, you were asking.
So you do say, so when you're crafting, you do say what you want to try to make.
Okay, you do. All right. Yeah,
you say, I want to build this thing. I'll say, okay, cool. It's this is the quality of it, or this is the tier of it, or if you don't know how to make it yet, this is how you're going to research how to make it. But that'll all happen during downtime.
Yeah. Right now we got whatever's on our sheets.
Yep. And we'll have a downtime after we pull
So I
this.
was gonna say, I don't personally have a problem with doing it a different way, but
changing to a
I also don't want to get involved in a gang war at this present time.
No.
If we can figure out a way to eliminate a couple of these red sashes and it doesn't bring heat down upon us, then that I am all for that plan. But I don't want us to go in and blow up this whole place, and then we have folks knocking on our door tomorrow morning. That gets us nowhere.
Right.
And then we're tied. And we're forever tied to the lamp blacks.
That's true.
Right. So
Fuck those bastards. So
It's quiet or nothing, I'd say. We don't want to get too involved.
Can we take out the street guards without being noticed?
I can probably
yeah,
We'll determine what happens with that when we do your engagement roll.
Right.
That covers all of the everything.
yeah, I think he was asking in character, not asking game Wes.
I'm just letting you know that will all be taken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, no,
we
that
can't
was,
do it.
yeah.
We understand. We're gonna try it anyway. Though.
Oh, you roll a 5 and you get detected. So.
Almost do it. Yeah, I thought about that. If we take out the 2 street guys, it might knock out their alarm for at least a couple minutes. But then we still need a plan after that to get into the place.
So you guys you're gonna do stealth. Yeah.
Yep.
So where are you going?
So I can take out one or both of those street guards, and assassinate them, pull their bodies back further. If I can pull their bodies back to somebody, and then you can move them further, then that'll let me get to the second guy faster.
Sure, I could drag a body.
And then if we distracting assault from the loading dock, and then once that's begun, then go in through the front door.
You said a distraction from the backside?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can cause a distraction if that's what we want.
Out of a mild sense of curiosity, do we have to kill these guys? I mean,
Have to? No.
We could just knock them over the head or something.
I mean, but why leave witnesses?
Well, if you knock them over the head, ideally they don't see you.
Yeah, but you don't want to take that chance.
Right.
No, I thought these Crusader daggers, they seemed, a Red Sash, you can make it look like an inside job.
So,
okay.
So this like setup and prep stuff will come when we do the engagement roll. So where are you getting in? Where are you going in? Front door, back door, window?
So it sounded like front door was the main plan, right? Just like we were going to try to distract in the back.
I don't
think
we had a plan. I think we were still talking about the plan.
Oh, well, no, I know.
You don't need a plan. You just need to know where you're going in. That's all you need.
Yep. We'll make up the plan as we go.
Flashbacks. That's what the flashbacks are for.
But front door or back door?
Front door it is.
Because we could always do back door,
Front door.
and front door is where the distraction happens.
All right.
Front door it is.
Which might be a botched killing of the guards.
I'm not gonna botch it.
Oh, there you go. Then that's even better.
All right. So you're sitting in the front door. All right. So
we're not going through the loading dock.
Nope.
Can't open that door.
That's a loud door.
That's true. There's not enough oil.
All right. So so this is engagement roll, and since you guys we're gonna make this at 2 dice because you guys did some scouting out and you have some idea what you're getting into. You're not just going in blind. So does anyone particularly want to make this one, or do you want me to go and do it?
You go ahead and make that fortune roll.
Here we go.
Double sixes. Double fours is not bad.
All right. So this is what is you decide to try to get sneaky up to the front door.
Sorry, did we need to determine our loads before we go in?
Yeah. Figure out what level of load you want to take.
I will go.
What is the downside of being?
You're more conspicuous the higher your load. So like you take a normal load, you look like a scoundrel. You take a heavy load, you look like you're ready for a fight or for whatever you're loaded up for whatever you're going to go do. And if you're light, you look a lot less conspicuous, more like.
But then if you start light, you can carry stuff later, or no?
You decide you can go down, you can't go up.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you grab gems, will you have room in your pockets, or no? Not gems, money.
Gotcha. Right. Like we're trying to save one load for carrying out.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. Do we need?
Yeah. So if you're starting, where this is,
Or do you just look silly on the way home with your pockets full of coins?
Because it might be like the bags you're carrying along with the load that you brought, and yeah, I like the idea is like you brought everything. We just haven't had to say what it is that you brought.
Yeah. So this just like how many. So load is sort of this abstract kind of thing for like how much you can possibly carry. So light, normal, and heavy is basically like, if you sort of imagine it, like light load is maybe you have like a backpack. Normal load is like maybe a backpack and a couple, like, you know, like another satchel around your shoulder, and then like maybe a couple pockets and a, I don't know, pouch on your belt or something. And then heavy is like, I brought 2 backpacks, and I got this side pouch and this side pouch, and I got cargo pants, and I got all the room for all sorts of stuff. So that's just
I'm coming prepared. I'm normal.
Oh, I'll go normal actually too. Yeah. I hope I don't need it.
Is there an advantage to going light over normal?
I mean, it's. I would assume it. Oh, sorry.
I mean, if you're trying to be exceptionally sneaky, like not ever get seen, just get in and out and have no one ever see you, then light can help with that.
Because you just look like a normal person.
And you're free to move about, and you're not going to draw any attention.
I assume we were light for our like scouting session, right? Like we weren't trying to look sketchy.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll go light. I don't need that much stuff. Do I? I'll go normal. Okay, I'm ready.
Luca, Sarge, what you guys doing? Load it up, you.
I'm going light.
Okay, cool.
I'll go normal.
All right.
The rifle and the guns.
All right. So as you guys are approaching, and you're approaching from across the street on the front door side, but you know enough from having scouted out to be approaching from the 2 alleyways where Luca noticed the guards who watched the front door, hoping that maybe there won't be anybody there. And as you look down those 2 alleyways, there is. Oh, and did you guys decide to do that in the daytime, or are you doing night?
Night.
Okay. There's actually only one of those alleys is occupied. The one on the right side is, as you're facing the building, is empty, and the one on the left-hand side does have a red sash, kind of leaning up against the wall at the end of it. I'm just sort of looking around, but mostly keeping an eye out towards the street, so away from where you're approaching, as you make your way up that alley. So, looks like you got 1 red sash to deal with.
Perfect.
So, what do you do?
I am going to prowl up behind him and then sheathe my dagger right into his clavicle and stab him in the heart.
Okay.
So if he doesn't roll a 6, though, we're going to get noticed. Is that?
Well, something's going to happen. It's not always noticed, but it could lead to having to adjust.
Yep.
But it's not necessarily an automatic notice. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah. So, yes, something will happen.
Yeah, this guy's gonna die, and I'm gonna drag his body back.
Maybe.
Like a solid snake.
It sounds reasonable.
Do it.
All right. So So you're trying to first prowl up to this guy.
Yep. Prowl to ambush.
So the goal is to get basically up to melee range, close enough to stab without being seen.
Ambush with close violence.
Trying to understand what you're trying to do. So the answer is get close enough to stab without being seen. All right.
Yeah.
Close enough to stab without being seen.
So this will be a risky standard prowl roll.
But I'm ambushing too, right?
So that'll come after.
That'll be a second prowl.
You're trying to run up and just like get up there and stab. This is gonna cover getting up close enough, stabbing, and seeing what happens.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure about. Yep. All right.
Though I think what Mike's trying to get at is that prowl does kind of cover backstabbing and blackjacking. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, so he did very well.
There's a roll. There's a roll there. Apparently he's good at prowling.
Yeah, he's very good at prowling.
Yeah. So what happened?
People a few years ago.
What? What'd you say?
I got good at this off of Puka's people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. Keep that to yourself.
Yeah. You might not want to mention that. Just saying. All right. So what happens is you run up to this guy and without a sound, stab him, and he doesn't even like gurgle. He just is dead. And you get a hold of him. He doesn't even drop to the ground. And as you get a hold of him, he starts to kind of slump a little bit. A key falls out of his pocket, but before it even hits the ground, you reach down and snatch it. So it doesn't even, it's like about to hit the ground and you just scoop it up and you've got him. So you've got him around the neck and you've got a key in the other hand and you're dragging him down the alley. And no one on the street noticed this happen at all.
Those double sixes are nice.
Yep. And so, yeah, and you all see that. There's just this silent, like, he gets up to him and this guy's just dead. And for some reason, Sarge, like, reaches down towards the ground real quick. I don't know what that was about. And he's dragging this Red Sash back towards you.
Like, I'm gonna go stand where that guy was standing if it's like in a dark spot.
Yep.
Just to fill the space.
I'll help. And I don't know if Puka's gonna help drag the body, and hide it, and also search the body. And I assume he had a weapon.
Yeah, he had a saber.
Perfect.
You know how to use this thing, Puka?
Oh, I mean, a little bit.
Do you want it?
I mean, maybe Luca could use it. Looks like he's trying to stand guard. So yeah, we'll I assume it's like on a belt.
Yeah, we'll
unbelt it and
hand it to
get it up to
the new guard.
The new guard.
Does he have is there like a Red Sash like uniform?
No, not a particular uniform.
Okay.
So I'll hand that off to Luca and then.
So you guys have a clear street and a direct route to the front door, and you also have a key to something.
Are there any lights on in this building? Candles glowing?
There's a little bit of glow from the back of the building. The windows towards the back, but nothing towards the front.
Sarge looks over at you guys. He's got his night vision goggles on.
Well, go use the key. Open the door. Oh, I don't know. You have a key.
Yeah.
We're going through that front door.
I should be able to pick it real quick.
Hold up the key.
That might
You use the key and go in the front door.
be the right key.
So should we set some kind of distraction? Something to keep him from going towards the front door.
Now we're fine. Let's go in.
We're going in.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this front door and I'm going to check left and I'm going to need you guys to go right. So that we make sure that the front of the building is clear. And then we're going to continue forward. We're going to seal off the upstairs if there... Is this a 2-story building or you said squat, so 1 story?
Yep.
So we're just going room to room moving backwards. And we're going to make sure that they don't know we're here until it's too late and they're dead.
I don't think I'm quite as quiet as you, but I can try.
If one of them escapes, then they know it's us. Then the whole idea of what we're doing is blown.
We can't let any of them escape. We have to kill every one of them now.
Well, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I have a mask I put up.
Luca, why don't you stay out front, and then if somebody tries to get out, you kill them.
Yeah, I guess I'll put on my fine spirit mask. I'll remember that I brought it. That I should have brought it.
Of course. Always your mask on.
You always need your fine spirit mask.
I've got my Spirit Bane charm on, but I've always got my Spirit Bane charm on because I don't like those about as much as I don't like blue coats.
All
But
right.
not as much as I don't like that asshole Petra.
All right. So you guys cross the street, use the key, which does fit the door, and looking left and right as you go in. So you don't see anybody in the entryway. So it is quiet up here. It's dark. Doesn't appear to be any activity here in the front of the building.
Okay. And Sarge does have night vision goggles on.
Okay.
Or what are they called?
That's a real thing?
Yeah, night sight goggles. It's something that he has.
Nice. I thought you were joking.
Yeah, it's something he brought with him.
Some goggles.
Those sound cool.
Part of his load.
Yeah.
Gotta get some of those.
Oh, they're good. And they don't take any load.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was good.
And my Spirit Bane charm also doesn't take load.
Just wearing them.
That would.
So I just have them with me all the time.
All right. So you're in the building now, and it's basically this whole front part is mostly open. There are on the left and right as you go back towards the building. In the middle of the building, there are several walls. So if you picture, actually, you know what? I can just draw this. That's the thing that I can do. I can make a page, and I can draw it. I know what I'm doing. Let's see here. Okay, that looks good. That didn't. Oh, come on. Freehand. There we go. This is beautiful. Okay. And now I can move you here.
Oh, that looks good.
So basically, what you're seeing is the front door that you came in. You've got these walls. Actually, I can do. So these all have doors from the main back. There's one set of windows up here. If you could see them, you would see that there are more windows back here, but you can't. And that's a doorway there. So basically, you've just got this big open hallway that leads towards the back of this, and then you got that big bay door, cargo door in the back. So you're all up here right now, and you don't see anything going on.
So this is a window.
Yep.
That is a window.
Yep. Those are all windows.
These are rooms.
These are rooms. Yep. So there's 3 doors on the left, 3 doors on the right, and then one door on this other corner room back here.
All right. Now, from earlier in the day, do these rooms have windows?
Yes.
They do.
Yep.
Okay.
This would be the windows you saw that you were scouting out. So each one of these has a window.
Okay. And do any of them have lights on inside of the rooms?
Anything underneath coming from underneath the door?
So here, let's see. Oh, I can do different colors. So you see a little bit of a glow there, and there, and there.
Okay. That's a good way to start. So what I'm going to come up to this door, and I'm going to open it quietly.
Okay.
Go in and murder the person that's in it.
All right. So, you're crawling into that room and then murder.
Yep. I'm sorry if you guys didn't want to kill everybody in this building.
I mean, I like ghosts. There's one way to create ghosts, so I guess
There are ways to create ghosts. Yep.
There were no ghosts in this building.
After a few days,
It was so bloodthirsty.
assuming the spirit
That's
wardens
nice.
don't come by.
Sarge isn't bloodthirsty. He just.
I mean, there's evidence to the contrary in the last half an hour, but
Hammers and nails, man.
There is. All right. So go ahead. You're in a. Actually, this one, if you are prowling, you are going to be in a controlled position.
Ooh.
And you will have standard effect if you. Depending on what you do.
Can I aid him with a little grease for the hinges or something?
That'd be great.
So if you want to do a setup for this, so this is in one of the teamwork things.
Yeah.
Then you can take your action to grease, try less likely that he'll make any noise, which would give him +1 effect. So great of standard if he succeeded on the roll, because he can't improve his position. He's already in a controlled position because whoever's in there doesn't know he's coming.
I mean, I just don't want him to fail and get everybody else to know. That's more what I'm concerned about. So if that seems like it would help, I'll use my, I guess that's tinkering tools to.
So go ahead and make your.
What do I do?
You try to.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, try to grease the hinges and make them.
And this is what, risky? I mean, am I just going to ruin this? Like, am I going to be loud when I roll a 5?
You're in a controlled position. Yeah, nobody knows you're in here so far. So you've got the.
All right, effect standard.
Yep.
All right.
ooh. Oh.
Perfect.
Oh.
Excellent. I like that.
I just asked you if I was going to screw this up.
I didn't think you were, but yeah. So
But you did.
yeah, but fortunately you were in a controlled position. So you realize that the hinges, like there's not really a good way to fiddle with them in a way that wouldn't possibly make some noise. Like you think that, I mean, this is a rickety old dilapidated door. It's hard to do anything with it without it kind of rattling around. So you could still try. You would just be in a worse position to try it from. Or you could, not press on and say, all right, well, Sarge, good luck. This door's a little rickety. Careful.
Yeah, I mean, I'll I don't know. I guess whisper it that it might make some noise, and
That's helpful, actually. So I'm going to support the door as I'm opening it.
Okay. So go ahead and try to prowl on in there. Okay. So yeah, you open the door, and it makes a little tiny bit of noise, but not too much. And there is a Red Sash sleeping in this room, and you kill him. Yeah.
Oh man. I'm really hoping for your sake that the spirit wardens get here and ectoplasm all these people that you're murdering.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, don't worry, I'll fill you in later.
Great.
So yeah,
Okay.
so Sarge comes out of that room and just, I guess, beelines across to the next one.
Walks slowly, calmly,
Yes.
and purposefully. No beelines. You think I'm new? All right.
I'm just curious, does he walk like this, or does he walk like that?
Great. No certainty.
Okay, so kind of a beeline. All right. So yeah, he walked over there. So I assume you're doing the same thing, trying to open the door, sneak in, kill whoever's in there.
Yep.
Go for it.
you're gonna roll a 5. It's gonna wake everybody up.
Self-controlled.
Another
Not a 5 yet.
6.
3 2s, but there's a 6.
So yeah, you get one, and same thing. There's a Red Sash sleeping in here, and just permanently asleep.
After this now third permanent sleep that he's created, I wanna take a moment to try and sense whether or not any crows would be coming, or get a sense of how long before crows might start identifying that a lot of bodies are dead in one place.
All of a sudden,
All of a sudden, a whole bunch of things are dead.
interesting thing about that, huh?
Uh,
All right.
Well, he's doing that. I'm going to remove 3. Wait, that's the point. You can't kill things and then wait around. You gotta kill things and go.
right. I'm gonna try and determine the amount of time we have for you to do all this murder and us to
Right.
go.
I
So you're
assume
trying to,
There's also like
yeah. So you're trying to find out whether the spirit
Try to-
bells
Yeah.
are going
Yeah.
off, and
Right.
all right.
Tune.
And you are, I mean, I mean, this, whether or not the spirit bells like that has no, I mean, that has, like, you being hit has no bearing on that. So
Right.
this will be risky standard, kind of your normal.
Right.
ooh,
Okay. The spirit bells are, yes. There are crows en route.
Okay.
So
And from my past, do I have a general sense of how long it takes the wardens to get a place once they start going, oh, we've got some deaths?
So generally the wardens, once the crows arrive, it's a few minutes until they kind of hone in on where the body actually is. And then the wardens are typically not too far behind the crows, because they don't want to waste any time and let anything weird happen.
So as he comes out of that third room, I'll kind of put a hand on his shoulder and just let him know, we don't have too long before spirit wardens show up. You might want to finish this quick.
Do we know what he's talking about? Do we know about spirit wardens and crows?
I think spirit wardens.
Yeah, spirit wardens. Yeah, everybody knows that spirit wardens are the ones get corpses and take them to Bellwether Crematorium to dissolve them in electroplasm and destroy the spirit before it gets out and becomes a ghost.
So, since I'm outside, let me know if I see or hear anybody coming.
They're the body cleanup.
There's also maybe I don't know how this works, but flashback to Luca telling you as you go in, don't forget what we're here for.
Okay.
Killing everybody, right? Was that not the plan?
That was
Mike
not
to get
what
a whole
I
bunch
said.
of XP?
So
Don't
whenever
forget what we're here for, to get the cash and get out.
whenever you kill someone or multiple someones, that's gonna happen.
Whenever there's a death.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh, so was this?
This was room number 4.
So
So flashback to a few moments before this.
Okay.
I decided to go take a look around and see, like, is the money just sitting in the middle of the room?
Or like in any of these
Could I be-
empty rooms.
No, it is not.
Yeah, could I be loading my
so
bags?
you can be looking through those, but yeah, none of the stash is in those rooms yet. Those are just where the guards were, and now there are dead guards or dead Red Sashes in those rooms. This one did not have anybody in it, so you did get in quietly, but there was no one in that one.
Okay.
This one, however,
My back?
oh, this
You're
is
back.
Yeah.
There's nothing back here of note.
where,
Back,
like in this corner back here.
Yeah. just back there. Yeah, like, what are we seeing? Like,
This is just empty warehouse space. So this one, as you start to pull this door open, the top hinge just lets go, and you manage to support the weight of the door. It doesn't crash around and collapse and make a big racket, but now you're holding a loose door, and you can see enough to see that there is a Red Sash asleep in this room, to which you are now holding the broken door.
I'll try and go take the door from him.
Okay.
Like, get that, since he's the one murdering everybody, have it on his hands. Go try and, take the door from his hands so that he can quietly go in. So I guess I'm trying to quietly take the door off his hands.
Okay.
Go team. There you go.
So,
holding dead bodies indoors.
yeah.
Potato eating.
Yeah, so Puka,
And something hazardous waste on.
we're gonna see if you can grab that door, like take the weight off his hands without letting it crash to the ground. So go ahead and prowl to
Okay.
try and do that, but you are now in a risky position.
Okay. Well, I'm going to push myself to try and do this better.
Okay, so you're gonna take a stress for the extra.
Yeah. I'll take the 2 stress for the extra.
Thanks.
Now, where is he marking that stress? Is that just general stress, or is that in that
It
particular
didn't help.
category?
It didn't help. So on your character sheet, underneath like your vice purview, there's stress trackers, and as you click on those, they turn red, so you know how much stress you have currently.
I'm not going to give it to him until he has a good hold on it. So this door's not going to come crashing out of my hands.
Well, unfortunately, he pulled a little too hard, and
I'm really helping.
And he does have. I mean, it ends up in this kind of like, oh, let me help you. No, I got it. No, in this little like brief tussle, and then it crashes into the ground, and
as soon as that happens, I'm killing him.
The guy in this room is starting to wake up.
All right, I'm killing him.
All right, so this is not good. What's going on now?
Well, actually,
I mean,
wait a minute. I would like.
Could I have snuck in there more quickly while this was going on?
I got it. I want to resist. I want to resist my roll.
Okay.
I want to resist the crash.
Okay.
Forgot this is a thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be a prowess resistance. Yep.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll and this is all your dots that you have in prowess.
Yeah, I was just looking. I thought there was a resist. Maybe not. I'll just roll it. It's 2.
There's no way for me to aid, is there?
No, this all it is I resisted it. Yep. He's going to change what happened or reduce it, and I'm going to take 3 stress.
Yep.
Because it's 6 stress minus the highest number.
Yep. So he takes 3 stress, but you're avoiding. So there's this brief moment where it seems like the door might crash into the ground, but Puka just at the last second like slides his foot under the corner. Woo! And so it's like on the foot. He's like as the corner like digs into his foot.
So it'll wake up everybody.
Yeah. So this guy is still stirring, but there wasn't a loud crash.
All
so
right.
you have that.
You're welcome.
To him and just kill him real quick.
What if you run out of stress in your little stress meter?
If you hit the last one, so I've got 4 left. If you hit the last one, you get a trauma, and you are out of commission for the rest of this score. You come back, I think during downtime, you come back with some type of trauma that is permanent to the character.
Yep, you have to go indulge in your vice for a little while, try to blow off some of that stress, and then.
Right now, if you go all the way up, you hit trauma and you go back to 0. So your vice is taken care of. So right now, like if I've got 5 stress, as long as I don't go over and hit trauma, then during downtime, I'm going to go try and use my vice to relax. But yeah, don't fill up. Not in the first game.
Yeah.
So
you're 55% there, so good job.
Yeah.
These alchemicals, like dream smoke, how is that applied? Could I like shoot some of that under the door?
Dream smoke.
Oh, for these lit up rooms?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, that's it.
Cool. I like that.
You know what? Let's see.
I guess I don't know if that's. I mean, so or trance powder or. Dream smoke says they induces a pleasant intoxication.
Yep. So I mean, you could. Let's see. So yeah, dream smoke, trance powder.
Next time you guys want to go assault, just say assault, and we can save all the walking around shenanigans.
Feels like assault.
It's sneaky assault, I guess.
I can tell you these people felt assaulted very briefly.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that they felt assaulted.
Well, their spirits certainly are going to feel assaulted. I can tell you that much.
They won't, because the crows come and fix that.
Hopefully.
That's their job. Their job is to make sure that this stuff doesn't turn into something that's bad.
So right now, are we being thieves, spies, or saboteurs?
Assassins. The correct answer is assassin. We need to change our crew.
Take something, right? We are going.
We're being thieves.
Up here.
We're stealing things.
Yeah, I mean, this seems pretty assassin-y to me, just saying.
Yeah. Next time, Sarge, you stay outside, and I'm gonna go in.
But you don't think this is working well?
This doesn't.
We have a loose cannon in the crew.
There's no cannon.
We're sabotaging people's existence,
Life.
right?
We're stealing their.
We're stealing. Yeah, we're stealing their lives. So not what we were hired to do, but that's what we're doing.
A couple of us are just holding things while.
Your friend goes in and murders everybody.
Friend is a very loose term.
We're all kind of
You know what?
shocked. Like,
When the authorities show up, I'm just leaving. You guys are fucked. You guys are fighting them out by
probably
yourself. I'm distancing myself from you, and I'm finding a new crew.
You should do that, and chances are you might have to.
I don't want to live in a damn watchtower anyway.
Yeah. So Cricket, did you want to try to like blast some trance powder under these doors and?
sure, the lit up doors. Yeah. While this is all kind of transpiring, and they tell me, Puka points out that we need to speed it along.
Okay.
And I figure maybe not everybody has to die here.
So
yeah, I'll try and do that.
Yeah.
So I use a bandolier slot.
Yep.
Is that how that works?
Yep. So you had a bandolier slot that was trance powder, and that is 3 uses per slot. So you've got three lit up doors.
3 lights.
You got 3 just.
Okay, I'll give it a try. I'll try and. I don't know if I've got a spray tool or if I just I don't know how I get it in there.
You saved lives tonight. You're a real hero, Cricket. Oh man, I think those Red Sashes should have a parade for you.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you treat your enemies so well. Oh man,
That's a chance
teddy bear that you go to bed with every night.
of not being noticed here. Maybe. So what?
If you stick a grenade to the back of Sarge's neck and pull the pin, I'll be okay with that. Do that and then kick him into the room and close the door. Take it all at one time.
Yeah. Let me see here. What are we gonna?
Yeah. What do you call that?
I mean, is it a tinker to I have like one of those little fire blower things, and I just shoot it in underneath through a crack, or?
No, what? I'm gonna say that so you're going along and trying to blow this powder under the door or in through the door. I think you're trying to wreck their chances to get out and deal with.
It's sabotage. Yeah.
So it's
like a place item or obstacle.
Yeah, and you're creating.
You're wrecking the room.
Yeah, you're wrecking their airspace with trance powder.
All right, and if I push myself, what happens?
Create distractions and chaos. Yeah. You get an extra die.
Okay,
Yep.
so I will do that.
Yep. So and you'll take stress.
2 stress.
And this is risky.
This is still controlled because Puka managed to get his foot over there. So the situation that's going on in this room is risky because this guy is starting to wake up and become aware of it. These are still controlled because of Puka's save with his foot.
All right. So so standard, and then I bonus die because I'm pushing myself. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
This was a wreck, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this first one, kind of get down by the door and it just sort of settles. You didn't quite have the right angle on how to get that under the door. So you lost one of your doses of the trance powder as it just sort of settles on the floor here. You still got 2 left.
Affects all.
You might just want to try it over here twice.
Since that's where the stuff is.
Well, I mean, we're thinking, that room's separate. If these are more barracks-like, then maybe that's the room.
Man, If we'd known we had this transporter from the start, we could have saved so many more lives.
Well, we didn't really like
We didn't
plan
know
that,
that-
much.
Just gotta start stat.
From the beginning, we could have. Where's the basic drawing? We could have done this and just gone in and not just murdered everybody. That was also an option. That was one of the options.
It was.
Like I said, we know where Sarge stays next time. He's the lookout.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I got to try again on this door.
Okay. So
If I can, if I think I can.
you can. This is gonna be risky now because man, you're sweating it like, oh, I blew it over there and wait. I hope I get it right this time.
All right, and I can push myself again.
Yep.
All
2 more
right.
stress.
Yeah, let's do that. 4 stress is nothing. Wreck, risky.
If this one doesn't work, then resist it.
Would you like to take a devil's bargain?
No
Like-
thanks.
Oh, no, he doesn't need it.
Just spoke a little sooner. All right.
Get that angle right.
So yeah, you're trying this on the back door.
No,
this
I'm doing
corner?
this front
Or you
first
do-
door again.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
doing this door again. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get this guy.
So
Save
yeah,
this guy's life.
this time you under the door and you see the cloud just sort of billow its way into the door and into the room.
I think it probably is doing its effect.
Yeah, seems like you got it enough of it in there that it would take effect on
Okay.
anyone who was in there.
All right, now that I got this down, I'm gonna do it on the last door without pushing myself.
Okay. Now take a devil's bargain.
Get that extra die without stress.
Nah, I'm good. Is this back to controlled or no? Am I still risky?
This is still risky because even though that one went well, but man, time's running short here. Sorry.
1 die is less than 2 dice.
Oh, how much stress can we take? I'm gonna.
I think it's 9.
Oh, did I lose you guys?
Nope.
Really?
Looks like Josh froze.
Did I freeze?
Oh. Oh,
Your
you're
picture
back.
froze.
You're back. You're back.
Just a little.
All right. Did
Wreck
I
'em.
do it? Is it rolling?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, perfect.
That's not bad.
Got a 5.
That's not bad.
Everybody's awake now.
No, so 4s and 5s are like usually it succeeds, but there's some type of
I know,
complication. Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I just saw you guys basically failing on 5s before, and it makes me nervous about it.
Really? It was succeeding.
You
They're
succeeded.
succeeding
You did the thing.
plus.
Yeah. Did the thing that you wanted to do. Yeah, so here's what happens here. So you sneak up to that last door, and you make a nice, and you get the trance powder under there, but man, you were just a little nervous when you were doing it, and you were kind of gave a little, and got a little bit of it yourself. So you're feeling pretty good right now, and so the rest of you, what you see is kind of Cricket, or anybody who's watching. He goes into that last door and goes, and then kind of sits up and just stares at the door. So Cricket, you are slightly in this like hypnotic trance, where
Yeah.
this door is really interesting. All of a sudden.
So Drew, you're right. Your 5 did fail. Yep.
Oh, you did it.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
No, the room.
It was
The room
worse
is.
than making noise.
You got it in the room. The room
Now
is
I'm gonna
clear.
make noise.
But it's very pleasant. It's nice. It feels good.
All right.
All right.
I'll enjoy it.
Cool. So let's go. So Sarge is trying to go in here and kill this dude. Puka,
Yeah.
and Puka, you got your foot under the door.
I am. I'm standing here with my
Standing
foot
there.
under the door.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta get your foot in the door.
That's right.
In the door.
So, Sarge, as you get in this room, this red sash is waking up and starting to roll over, and she is reaching for a sword, a rapier that is near the bed. So this is not gonna. So you're trying to go in and stab again, like you've been doing.
Yeah, except this time I think they'll just. She's reaching for her rapier.
Yes.
I will, like, sneak over to it. Just continue with my silent walk.
So
and put that toward me before she rolls over.
So you're gonna try to get her rapier before she does.
And then stab her with it.
Okay. So this one is going to be a skirmish rather than a prowl. Since she is kind of aware that something is going on that's making her reach for her rapier.
Will this still count attacking from hiding?
So this is risky now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this count as attacking from hiding since we're in a dark place and I've got night vision goggles on? She doesn't.
She seems aware of something coming in here.
Okay. All right, I'll push it.
Okay. So this is skirmish. This is a risky standard effect.
Okay. Standard. One extra die. Submit. That's not great.
No.
Gonna resist me.
Okay. All right, go ahead and.
Well, so describe what it is.
Do you want to
And
hear
then,
what happens first before you decide if you want to resist? All right. So as you start to make your way and lunge for the rapier, this is what would happen. She would seem to know that you're coming. Somehow she's heard your footsteps or is aware enough, kind of her space, her room, to realize that something is going on here. Yep. Okay. Just make sure I'm not messing this up, since this is the first time I've had to do this. Remember, everyone, that you're learning how to play this game.
I'm gonna flashback and would have explained before to all of you that if anybody's experiencing the ill effect of these chemicals, including me, the second bandolier slot has alkahest, which will cancel out the effect.
That's a good.
So,
if we weren't busy,
if you aren't busy and you notice that something's going down,
as soon as I put this door down,
that stuff's the cure-all.
I'm not busy, but then again,
you don't know what horrible things we're doing.
It sounds like y'all are doing great. So.
Yeah, because you don't hear anything, so we must be fine.
So she rapier and manages to grab it ahead of you, and actually gives you a stab in the forearm. So that arm, as she gives you a cut on the forearm, or a puncture wound in the forearm, and also gets up to her feet as she does that. So she kind of rolls out of the bed and is in a low crouch next to the bed, having just poked you with the rapier.
And I think we missed it. What level harm was that?
So this would be moderate harm. So this would be level 2.
Which I think causes a -1 on everything you do, or anything you do with that.
Everything you do is -1 die. You are in level 2 harm.
Yeah, so that seems good to resist.
-1 die or -1 to the result of the die?
-1 die.
-1 die. You just take 1 die out of your pool.
Terrible.
But You're not dead.
Especially when 5s are failures.
Can you go below 1 die? Can you go to 0 dice? Or is it always 1?
If
I
you're
rolled a 0 dice to start the game.
yeah, if you're ever at 0, it's always that roll 2 with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
But you can't go to -1.
Okay.
The worst is 0.
I got
You don't roll 3 dice and take the worst.
you.
All right. So I roll.
So if you would like to resist, then you'll make a prowess resistance roll to try and not.
Which, now that I'm thinking about it, you're probably just clicking on the word prowess, right?
Because that only gives you 3 dice, and I should have 5.
No, it's the number of 1 dots you have.
Yeah, it's the
can't have
leftmost
5.
row. Yeah.
So you took 4 stress.
That's some great rolling there, Sarge.
So 3 is correct for your. Yep. So you take 4 stress, but you do not get stabbed in the arm. So that. Would you? Let's see. So that's one of the consequences is that she stabs you in the arm. But she does manage to roll out of the bed and get her hand on the rapier. Just as she does, you see this happening. So you think she's going to make a stab for you. So you get out of the way, and she stabs into air. But now she is crouched next to the bed with her rapier in hand. And she clearly realizes that somebody is in the room with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So she is now realizing somebody's come to kill me. And so she is going to lunge at you again with the rapier. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to take a few steps back and throw some knives at her.
Okay.
I'm not staying in range with some rapier wielding maniac.
Okay. Yeah, they're the maniacs for sure.
Yeah.
Right, I was going to say.
Yep, definitely.
Did you guys just hear that the GM called them the maniacs, not me? Because they no irony.
So, I think, this, to me, we're not quite in desperate mode yet. I think this is still risky, because you are going head to head with her, but you're not like on your back or anything. You're still, you got your wits about you. You didn't get stabbed in the arm. So this will be a risky standard effect skirmish.
With throwing knives?
So the idea is you're trying to get out of that range, so you're still in close combat. But if you succeed in this, you will be backed off from her and able to then throw the knives. But it's getting out of that close combat where she's able to.
Oh, would it actually be a better idea to just go in close, get her sword past me, and then kill her?
With a knife?
You can do that if you would rather. Try to get in past, like close in past the rapier and.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah, I'll close the distance, word, and then stab.
Okay. All right, so yeah, a risky skirmish with standard effect.
Is that a risky skirmish or a risky? Oh, because we're not ambushing anymore.
Right.
Right.
Nope,
We're not prowling.
He knows.
No, there's no way I can make that prowl.
Nope.
But you can push or take a devil's bargain.
I'll take a devil's bargain.
Excellent. All right. So, what you can do here is, I mean, she seems like a pretty competent swords person. I mean, otherwise she wouldn't be in the Red Sashes. So where she's got her rapier right now, you think could close in for sure. If you make sort of like this crazy charge at her, and you're probably going to run into her rapier as you do it, but you will definitely get close enough to stab her. And you will be past danger at that point.
You might get past her blade.
You might get nicked on the way in.
Can I try to make it so that it's as unimportant a part as possible? More than like, if she were to stab me, then it'd be definitely bad.
Yeah, like you're not gonna run into it like heart first. But you might take a nick on the way in.
And this is what a devil's bargain looks like.
You're trying to surprise her.
Yeah. Apparently.
Is this supposed to be good for him? This is terrible.
He gets the extra die.
He gets an extra die, so he's much more likely to
Succeed.
And the bargain is you get to get impaled by a sword.
You're gonna take a little damage on the way in.
Need the devil
Trade-off.
for that.
Trade-off. It'll be different. You know, it depends on the situation.
I'm just gonna go for it. I don't need that.
Who needs that?
Who needs that kind of bargain?
Oh God!
Nice.
It turns out you need it.
Yeah.
You need it.
You got impaled anyway.
So I'll tell you what happens here, and then you can see if you want to resist.
I do.
Okay, I figured you might. So she sees you trying to make that move in, and she takes a downward thrust right into your thigh. And you would take a arm stabbed in the thigh, which is not really fatal. It's gonna slow you down. It's gonna hobble you. She's going to be able to kind of move to the side and get herself offline with you and into a better position to attack you from as she pulls her blade out from your leg.
Oh,
Question.
Yeah.
Is there enough noise coming that I can hear anything, or is it still pretty on the down low?
That's what I've been wondering.
Yeah. So.
And therefore, if I can hear, how many other people can hear?
Hopefully, only one more room, because 2 other rooms should
Full
be
of-
sleepy.
4 people. Counting money.
That's right.
Yeah, so far, I mean, this has been just a very. So far, this has been like a couple seconds of like, whoo, ha, yeah. So far, there hasn't been any loud noise coming out of this room.
Okay.
Might hear some soon.
All right.
What's Puka doing?
Keeping
Puka's
out
had
for the
a few
warden.
moments there with the door on his toe.
I'm holding a door. I mean, what do you do in that situation? I could throw the door to the ground.
Good.
That definitely makes some noise.
Puka, you make a better door than a window. Cricket whispers to you.
Drunk.
And he giggles.
What?
or just stoned? Is Cricket incapacitated or just stoned?
He's intoxicated.
He's in a hypnotic trance,
He's getting up.
which you'll see if you make it out of this room alive.
That is true.
So do you want to try and resist getting stabbed in the leg?
Yes.
I thought maybe.
Oh man, roll this one better.
I've got to.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you don't got to. You can't roll. Okay. Well, better.
2 more.
Yep, so 2 more stress. So you see her making that lunge for the leg, and you're able to kind of take this side step and get out of the way of it. So
Now it's throwing knife time.
this fight is continuing. All right. All right. So since you're still in close,
Can you just push the door against her?
if you want to,
You don't even have to put it down. You can just shove the door against her so I can stab.
He has to get it through the door frame. You brought the door out.
Right. The door's out of the room.
Put it against the wall.
And you're standing, I assume, between.
I was thinking of like, so if you look back, or I guess Cricket, if you look at Puka's kind of turned and has his eye on the one room that hasn't been dealt with, and seems almost like he's what's that? You dealt with this one.
I dealt with this one.
And you dealt with that
and
one.
The first and the second one. No, I did the second one. I never went to the back room.
I thought you went to the back room.
Oh, you did do the back.
No.
Oh.
I didn't think I did the back room.
I thought you succeeded on this one on your second try, and then went and did your third dose back here.
I thought you
I tried twice on the first and then once on the second. At least that's what in my mind was happening.
Oh, okay. I
You
misunderstood.
did the two on the left side.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then what you see is Puka's got his eye on that door and almost seems to be leaning.
Yeah.
As if that door opens, he's got a battering ram. That's kind of where he's at. We're using this door. So Puka's not actually looking into this room. He's looking over towards that back corner.
All right. I'm going to silence potion her.
What does that even mean?
Let's do a silence potion.
Silent potion.
That's a special formula. You got that?
Slap her over the head with it, and
I mean, he might have started with the
she goes silent.
started with it like you started with some bandoliers.
Yeah.
Isn't that? I thought I saw that was a special one.
Well, it might be.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It might be special, but that's
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a arcane potion.
It's on my character sheet.
Right. So you're
Sweet.
gonna smash a vial of silence potion on the floor here.
Yeah, that just
Keeps it quiet.
keeps it quiet, right?
It does.
Yeah, creates an area of utter silence
Yep.
around the shattered vial.
After the bottle breaks.
It's a silent break.
'Cause it immediately is enveloped in the silence.
Yeah, because all you hear is,
Yep.
and that's it. That's all you get to hear.
I'm using right now.
All right. So I get to make one of these.
What?
I get to make.
Track.
Clock.
Yeah.
That's how long it lasts for.
Or
something.
No. So this. Let's see. Wait a minute.
Oh, the drawback.
Yep.
Yeah, that was already happening.
What's it?
Yeah,
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
assume so. Aren't they on their way?
It'll. Alright, so this is a 1-tick clock.
Oh, I see. It's like an event.
And we're going to, let's see, I can do this. Did I freeze? Did you guys freeze? Uh-oh.
I
What's
think he was silent potion and rigor mortis potion. There you go. That's better. You got out of it.
did I break out of it? Maybe.
All right. So I guess we get all the gold and we're free. Oh no.
Yeah,
Never mind. He's back.
Alright, so this is the... Wait a minute, where did it go? Why did it undo? Do what I said. Alright. Am I... Uh-oh, what's happening here? Am I losing you guys? Oh, come on. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey, you go. Back? Alright.
Alright.
I don't know what's going on over here.
Yeah. Roll 20.
Roll 20, or I think my internet's gone goofy.
Ooh, that's fun.
Come on, OBS. Alright, OBS reconnected.
I'll be right back.
Made it back. Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Back. Are we back? Maybe.
I mean, I'm back.
Okay, I'm here.
Drew just stepped away. Can we see? Can we all see everyone?
I think so. I can see all you guys.
Okay, we should be good.
All right, so this is my Sarge accosted by spirits wardens tracker. So you're not
How much
accosted.
time has gone by since we got in here? Because we were trying to be fast.
It's been less than a minute.
Okay.
So far, moving quickly.
All right.
All right, so you're pulling out the vial
So are
and
they
you
able to hunt
smash.
down the person that does the damage, that does the violence?
I mean, if they kept the spirit and talked to it, maybe. Instead of
Most of the spirits aren't going to know what the heck happened.
a spirit's a spirit. I don't know. We don't know about the spirit. Well, I mean, you don't know about the spirit realm.
And
Spirits.
Sarge has killed a lot of people.
Luckily for you, the spirit wardens have gotten rid of a lot of spirits.
Yeah.
Either that, or you have a lot of spirits coming for you eventually.
Yeah. See.
That must be why they give me the thing that makes it so ghosts don't want to go near you.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so you throw the vial down and it smashes, and then all of a sudden it's silent around you. And she kind of looks for a second and narrows, well, you can see her kind of narrow her eyes. And she is still trying to advance on you. And she tries sort of step forward to the side, kind of turning and getting real low and thrusting upwards at you. And she's clearly going for the kill here. This is kind of on target with torso or neck, upper torso or neck, so she's going to get you in the heart of the neck somewhere and try and finish you off. So, what do you do, Sarge?
I'm going to take a step back into the side and throw knives at her.
Okay. All right, so this will be a risky skirmish. So we're still, again, like I had said before, you're trying to get out of that range of where she's able to threaten you. And if you do successfully get out of that range, then you'll be able to pull the knives and loose them at her and see if you can get her with them.
This isn't desperate yet.
No, apparently this is not desperate.
No, it's getting close.
What does desperate look like?
It's getting close.
We're gonna find out soon.
I mean, so far he's been resisting the consequences. Okay, well,
You can't resist.
I can't
that.
resist anymore.
I mean, you can. You're just going to trauma.
Right.
Which means he dies, right?
No, trauma means that you kind of are off the scene.
Well, yeah, he's out.
Right. You come back with one level of trauma and a new character trait.
so she makes this deep lunge in, and you do see it coming, so you're able to turn to the side a little bit. So she doesn't get exactly the target that she wanted, but she does pierce you like through the shoulder, through your left shoulder, kind of like right up here, like right under the collarbone, and it goes through. So this is a puncture all the way through. So you'll take a level 2 harm as she stabs you through the shoulder. Yes. And you are definitely now in a desperate position.
And no one can hear your screams.
So she steps and stabs you in the shoulder, and as she steps, she finishes with she rotates her other leg around so that as she pulls the blade out, she gets like off of your shoulder behind you. So she kind of does like a what's the stance where you take your forefoot back behind you? You know what I'm talking about, Sue, for you.
I know what you're talking about. You know, I don't remember the names.
I don't remember the name of it either, but she's taking that step around, so she's got a pretty good position off to your, like she's kind of behind to the side of you now. So this is desperate. Fortunately, Luca can't hear it happening.
Yeah, fortunate for all of us, Luca can't hear it.
Yep.
Help Puka.
Yeah, so
Whenever you feel like helping.
so she's behind, and
I
she
can't hear anything. I'm not looking the correct direction.
I'm seeing it. I'm like, what? I don't know how I react to this. I just saw my buddy get stabbed through the chest.
you know, it's kind of you're still.
All right, well, Cricket, what's your reaction?
Yeah, but what do you think about? I mean, you're in that like pleasant hypnotic haze, but is this enough to?
Yeah, I mean, that looks bad. I should probably help.
All right, I'll look back into the silent, dark room. I don't know what I can see. I guess there's light coming in from behind me at least. So
Yeah, and you're used to. I mean, all of you are used to being around in dim conditions because that's how the world is.
Okay.
So you can make out enough to see like shadowy outline figures, and it looks. So there's a woman with a rapier who's kind of like behind Sarge, and he seems to be kind of
holding his shoulder. All right. Well, I mean, unfortunately, I guess we have to make the noise, and so I'll charge in with a door and smash into her with it.
So you're gonna try to like rip the door off the remaining bottom hinge and just battering ram her with it.
Yeah, I have to. It's going to make a lot of noise, I assume.
Now, what's the radius on the silent potion? Because maybe it doesn't make a lot of noise.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
As far as I know, this is noisy.
Oh yeah.
All right. So go ahead and make a risky standard effect skirmish.
I'm going to need to take a devil's bargain on this one.
Ah, good. I like it.
Yeah.
Now I got to think of what to do with this.
Possibly seeking the aid of the spirits to guide me. Maybe one I would owe.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Let's see. What do we want to do? All right. So, so you're holding this door and you're trying to charge in the room with it, and
right.
you think you can probably, at least knock her out or knock her down, but probably also gonna hit Sarge with it as you do it if you want to really plow into her.
There's one way to save him.
Yeah, I mean, gotta save him, right?
I gotta save him. It's a risky standard.
Yes, risky standard.
It's better.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not 3 or below.
No, it's not.
That's the highest number you've rolled tonight, dude.
Yeah.
At least in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me look at this real quick. All right, so okay, so you do go running on in there with the door. You plow into both her and what were you trying? We were just trying to like knock her out, like
I would smash her with it, like knock her out ideally, but at least like pin her with a door.
All right. So you kind of go through the door, and as you go, you kind of put it on this angle to try and aim right at her head, and hit her head first, so that you don't hit any of her body. You just make contact with the head, and you do it. You get that angle just right. But the bottom end of the door also catches Sarge, so you knock them both. Sarge, you take a level 1 harm. You are battered because you just got rammed with a door. But she is unconscious, and weirdly, Puka, it didn't make any noise.
And I'll ask.
And as you walk,
but I don't hear myself.
Your footsteps didn't make any noise, and then as you ask, and them falling to the ground makes no noise. So it's real quiet in this room. And so yeah, Cricket, you saw
You see me
charge in the room with the door, and then just no sound in there.
I'll gently put the door up against her and the wall.
I'm giggling. I don't know if they can hear giggling. They hear me.
I'll help Sarge jump back to his feet.
You make a better ram than a door.
So, yeah, Luke, you hear Cricket giggling in the middle of the hall.
I'll go grab the alkahest
Alcahest.
and then
Two.
pour it down his throat.
All right, bandolier slot used up.
Another bandolier slot, but with good reason.
Yes, you gotta walk home.
At this point, so I know Sarge had a level 1. I think I missed the other one. What else has happened to Sarge?
So
I have a level 1 and a level 2.
And a level 2. See, I'll quickly jaunt over to the door and wave Luca, like waving to wave him in.
I'll glance around the street and then hustle in.
yeah, so far nobody coming.
So things are going a bit sideways. There's only, I think, one more room we need to deal with there in the back. But I think the Spirit Warrens will be here soon. Sarge kind of went on a murder rampage.
That was not the plan.
I agree that wasn't the plan, but right now we don't have time for that.
So I closed the door to the place, and I don't know, is the key, did Cricket take the key, or did we leave the key in the door? Because I'm gonna lock it if I can.
You can lock it from the inside.
Yeah, lock it from
Okay, I'm gonna lock it from this side.
Okay.
Now I'll hustle down towards what's happening.
And I'll lead him off towards this room.
Yeah. So
Do I
there's
know the effect of these rooms? Like, would they be dazed in there? Like,
so they would be if it
hopefully.
worked as you think it did, they would be in that kind of like. It's like
What in the hell?
great. Yeah, so this door is open. There's a dead body in there. This door is open. Dead body. This door is open. Nobody's in there. This door is open, and this door is gone. It's in the room, and there's a crumpled Red Sash woman, and against the wall over here, there's Sarge, who's got a big old hole in his shoulder that's bleeding quite a bit, and he's kind of looks maybe like he's a little woozy.
So I
Oh no, did I lose you guys again? Oh man. Are we back?
Getting a 1 or a 3 on a risky is worse. So, I mean, yes, bad things happen, but that's kind of the game. And that's where you try to resist things that you think you need.
I forgot
to
about
resist.
that. But yeah,
Right.
yeah.
This was not the plan.
This was not the plan.
This was not the plan at all.
There's a bunch of dead people. That woman, I don't know, she may have seen his face.
Anyone in these rooms should just be dazed right now.
Is the woman still alive?
I think so. I don't know. Oh, did Sarge kill her on his way out?
She wasn't alive.
Okay. He just checked. He checked with his knife and she wasn't alive.
Oh yeah? Is that how that worked? All right. Yeah, because she was just knocked out.
She was not just.
He did,
Yeah, Puka just knocked her out with a door, but apparently he checked with his knife and turns out she's dead.
Well, come on. We might as well finish the job.
All right, so there's this door.
We can't leave anybody alive now.
Nope.
Well,
That's what we're going in, isn't it?
whoever may be.
No,
in
that
these
wasn't the
rooms-
plan at all. We'll
Whoever
talk
may
about
be-
this when we get back to HQ. Come on.
Whoever may be in these rooms are probably knocked out, right? Cricket.
They should be fine.
Sarge, take care of them. Come on, let's go to the other door.
Yeah, I go into these 3 rooms and kill them.
Give him something to do that we don't have to watch.
And you'll be able to do that because you open the door and they're just like, and just sort of staring blankly into the distance, and you walk up to them and they're like, God. Not hard.
So while he's going Jack the Ripper. We're gonna go to this other door and yeah.
All right. What would you like to do when you get to the door? So there is a closed door there. There is light coming out from the bottom.
Do we hear anything?
You don't hear anything in there.
Knock.
No.
If they've heard you, they're probably going to be ready when we open the door. I will put my hand on the door. Is it a doorknob, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
So I will gently try it just to check and see if I get that click, like it's locked or not.
It does not seem to be locked. Yeah, it will turn.
Ready?
Sure.
Yes.
Are you hurt, by the way? Do you look hurt?
Me?
Do either one of you look hurt?
No, we look fine.
Okay.
A little stressed out.
Definitely stressed. Like, we look stressed.
I mean, I'm stressed out, and I don't have any stress taken off of me.
Yeah, you maybe just should take some levels of stress.
I might need to. I might just throw some down.
You need to go gamble.
So I will. So I'm going to open the door, and I don't know how this works, but I'll open the door because we don't make plans. I open the door.
Okay. Are you gonna try to do anything, or are you just throwing the door open, or are you gonna try to move into the room and do something as you?
Or throw open the door and shoot anybody inside.
Not going to shoot, but I'm going to open the door and I'm going to fling throwing knives at anything that's moving.
Okay. Cool.
I guess I'll follow up behind him.
Kill a cat.
I brought my throwing. Oh wait. No, that's a hunt.
Oh, I do shoot better than I do throw knives, but
No, that's not. I'll follow in afterwards with a blade or two, and try to take out anything he can't.
I'll have my blowgun ready.
So are you gonna?
I'm on those other two guards right now, so I guess I'm a round or two behind y'all.
correct.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, he's keeping you busy.
I don't know.
So Puka, are you gonna? As soon as he opens the door, are you just gonna throw, or are you just gonna have him ready?
No, so I'm my blade or two. So I'm going to take a knee, kind of off to the side from the door, let him kind of throw it open, throw. A couple seconds after, or a second after he's thrown, charge in, start stabbing.
Okay. And same thing, Cricket. You got the blowgun. Are you gonna just, as soon as you see the door open and see somebody, go for it, or are you just gonna wait to see how Luke handles it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll wait to see, but can I load an alchemical into this blowgun? It says darts and syringe.
If you if you took an alchemical.
Okay. And can I decide in retrospect what was loaded on the gun? Or do I decide now?
Yeah, so if you want to do the flashback and say, hey, I
loaded it with.
Yeah, this will be a
take stress to do that.
Take a stress flashback because this is sort of outside the scope of just in my regular routine I did this thing.
Okay.
But you can still say, oh yeah, I thought, maybe I better have this thing ready. Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll load this one with I'll put a little Black Lotus tar on it.
Actually, I have a question. Do silencers exist in this world?
Not that anyone has heard of.
Nobody's invented them.
Okay.
We'll be the first.
All right. I have an unusual weapon as one of my things, and I didn't know if a silencer would qualify as an unusual weapon or not.
It's kind of like an improvised weapon, is what unusual weapon stands for. Okay.
What about a crossbow?
Yeah, crossbows exist.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Nah, I just throw knives. I mean, I don't,
Why carry a
I was trying to
crossbow when
think
you
of
can throw
something that
knives?
would be destructive without being loud, but
Well, I mean, could you use your shooting instead of? I don't know if it matters, but
So, all right. So here's my question about this. So, Luca, are you, seeing that they're getting ready, are you gonna ask them like, "Hey, as I throw open this door, go at whoever's inside," or are you gonna let them know like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw open this door, and if I can't handle it, jump in"?
I mean, seeing as a lot of the party doesn't listen to my direction anyway, I
know exactly what you told me to do.
I will say, hey, you're over there killing people. Be quiet. I will.
Everybody basically listen to you except for one person.
I'll just right.
You're very good. You're
25%.
I wouldn't put down on yourself because of an outlier.
I will throw the door open. I mean, I'll just say I'm going to. I mean, no, I throw the door open and I throw knives at anything that's there.
Okay.
That's exactly what I do.
So I was just seeing if there was a potential for a group action here. If you were going to say, "Hey, we're all going to do this at the same time, open the door, go at it," then we do a group action. But
it doesn't sound like.
No, we're not that kind of crew yet. We haven't gotten that.
We're learning.
So this will be a risky hunt roll for you, Johnny with Luca with standard effect.
So yeah, as he throws it open, what's he see?
Just kicking the door open, and there is definitely not failed.
I'm teasing.
So there is a Red Sash man in there who's crouched and has a rapier and is just ready for whatever is going to happen.
I don't know that he is.
Hey, yeah, maybe not that ready. So you throw the knives in, and you do hit. So one sinks into his shoulder, one sinks in above his knee, and he kind of winces back, but he is not dead. So he is there with the rapier and is starting to move towards you as you throw the door open.
Okay.
So, what do you all do as you see this Red Sash kind of moving, not particularly well because he's got a knife in his leg, but still moving towards Luca with a rapier up, ready to stab.
I'm gonna come in low to try and get under the rapier and try to bring it up into his ribs. Try to bring one of my blades into his ribs. And I'll need to take a devil's bargain on this.
Are you doing anything at the same time as you see this happening with Puka?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try and put a dart in him.
Okay.
The black tar dart. The black tar dart.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
And I'm gonna keep throwing knives, by the way.
Just gonna keep throwing knives. Okay, cool.
I have a bunch of them, so they're just coming out.
I'm probably gonna hit one of my friends when I roll a 3, but still gonna shoot it.
Yeah. That's okay. So far, we're fine.
Sleepy. That's the way he gets his nickname.
Let me just sleep. That's how we got the nickname.
Always falling asleep.
I was giggling like a cricket on our first on our first one.
All right, let me see. Devil's bargain. What do we? What do I want to do for the devil's bargain here? This is a good one. So I think what's gonna happen here, Puka, is that if this doesn't work out, then you're gonna pop up in the way of Cricket's dart.
Mhm.
Oh,
You will be taking that dart instead of this red sash.
Deal.
So
It's not, it shouldn't be lethal.
I mean, that's fine. Whatever. So risky standard.
risky standard. Yep. We're not desperate here yet. Fortunately.
I'll take a great success.
Wow. Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
Devil's
So,
bargain, worth it.
Yep. So as this guy lunges towards Luca, Puka, and you're using knives?
A blade, yeah. I've got a blade or two. I'm using one blade to have the other hand free for grappling.
So Puka kind of ducks low, and as this thrust comes in at Luca, he brings his hand up and just pushes the sword to the side and just stabs this guy right through the eye, just right through the eye, through the head, and he just goes limp.
And I dropped the blade and everything like that. I missed. I totally missed. I was going for his ribs. I totally missed.
Yeah. So he came in.
Puka Desire.
Yeah, you tried to come up for his ribs, and he got so low that instead he ended up like head level with your thrust and just took it right in the brain.
I'll stumble into the wall and just I'm a little shocked at myself.
I mean, that worked out really, really well.
Yeah.
Charge. I think he misspelled his name.
There we
Is
go.
that the
Oh, sorry, him.
And so he was the only red sash in this room. Yeah. And there is a safe at the back of the room.
go retrieve my knives from him and then go to the safe?
I clean off my blade. Can we crack this quickly? Do we even have time?
Yeah, I mean, do I feel like I can
I pull out
crack
my.
a safe? Is that within my
Oh yeah, you might be better at it than I am.
realm of? Yeah, I don't know if anybody has a specific skill. I don't know. I could
I
probably
just
just blow.
I can
I
tell
have
you
burglary. I have
nothing else.
burglary gear, so I don't know if that would help or not.
Yeah. So generally, tinkering is the thing to do that will.
That's all you then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
crack the safe.
I'll step up and work my safe cracking skills or wrecking if that seems easier on this one.
I mean, it seems pretty sturdy, so it might take you some time to try and destroy or brute force your way in. It seems easier to just pick the lock, get in that way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just pick the lock.
So yeah, so
What I
this
do, I guess.
yeah, so this is a risky standard tinker roll.
Okay.
Does burglary gear help at all?
It gives them the ability. Like it gives them the tools.
So you got what you need.
So I mean, I have tinkering tools. It looks like I could bring burglary gear.
Apparently, I also have tinkering tools.
I think everybody can.
Everybody does. That's standard.
Everything in the
Okay.
white. Yeah, everything in the white
Okay.
everybody has. Everything in the gray
okay.
is specific to you.
Gotcha.
But then it seems like my fine tinkering tools are. Oh, maybe they're fine. I guess I don't know if that matters.
Yes. I don't remember why, but yeah, there is different
Okay.
levels of or different qualities.
Okay.
Yeah, what does that do, Josh, when you have a different quality?
Fine.
Yeah, does the fine tinkering tools help?
Let's see. So fine quality.
Does that boost your
So
dice or something?
so it may give you increased effect.
Okay.
So they can
It doesn't
potentially
change your dice, but
they have the potential to increase your effect.
Okay. Well, I will do that then.
with fine tinkering tools.
Fine tinkering tools. You said this is risky standard.
So pulls out the nice tools, gets to work on the safe. Okay. So yeah, you do manage to get the safe open. As you do that, Puka, you realize the crows are starting to circle in. So the time that you have until spear cords get here is getting short. And they seem to be circling towards the front half of this building.
Kind of glaze over for a second. The crows are here. We don't have much time before the wardens are behind them.
But the safe is open, and there's a big old pile of coins in there. Like,
Start stuffing my
Shovel it into a couple of bags.
Yeah. Start shoveling.
okay. So yeah, between
Go.
yeah, between the three of you, you can scoop all of it.
I come in.
Yeah, we got
So
4.
yeah, Sarge, as you get finished up with what you're doing, the door to this room is open. There's a red sash lying on the ground with just a bloody hole where its eye used to be, and they're scooping coins.
On the leg, right?
Yeah, and he pulled the blades out. So yeah, there's a hole in the leg, hole in the leg, hole in the shoulder, and missing a big old hole in the face. And they're scraping coins into satchels.
Great. All right, I'm gonna look around for the ceiling vent.
Okay. Yeah, it is above this room.
All right, I'm going to use my climbing gear that I remembered to bring with me.
Yes.
And I'm gonna set up our escape route while they're unloading the safe.
Okay. So you're gonna try to pull the vent down and make an opening up there that you can then get your grappling hook up and
Yep.
get through. Okay, cool. So since you since you already kind of scoped that out and knew sort of the situation of it, we'll do. Actually, I think this is still probably risky because time's running short and guys are running out. But this will be a risky rec roll as you're trying to make a hole in the ceiling and get through the.
Oh, I just figured we could access the vent and then crawl out.
So I have to create an opening up there by getting this. So this is going to cover like getting the vent. This is not like a vent that's going to swing open or anything. It's just
I see.
a like louvered vent in the roof. So you're going to have to pop it out of the roof to get out of it.
There's no way I can do that.
Especially not with your -1.
Right.
There is a window in this room as well.
Oh,
Open it
I'll open the window.
without breaking it.
Yep. I'll just open the window.
Don't kill the window with his knife.
With his knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the window open.
Kuka, how long do we have?
I don't know, but I think they'll probably come in the front or they'll try. It's not long. We gotta go.
I'll get the window open and then and I'll get out to help other people out so we can get out fast.
Okay. Everybody going out the window?
And then closing behind us.
Sure.
All right. You are out. You got the stash, and you're making your way, and you make your way back to the hideout.
Nice.
That's a successful mission.
That was a
We
very
need to talk.
moderately successful mission. That mission technically was a success, but like a 4 on a success. Not
Which we know it.
right. Not a 6 or a double 6. That was like a 4, like barely succeeded, almost failed.
So,
Right, we got to do that right afterwards.
yeah,
Stuff.
so, yeah, so we're at, almost midnight now. So, we can either, go through the downtime stuff, or we can pick up with that first thing next time.
Well, isn't there something, but like after the score?
Yeah, so there's
before downtime.
So there's, well, sorry, I was just kind of lumping that all together. So
Gotcha.
payoff,
Okay,
entanglements, downtime,
right.
all that in between stuff.
Sorry. Yeah.
We can resolve that now, or we can pick up there when we start our next Blades in the Dark and see what happens.
I mean, I'd at least like to do the payoff, even if we don't do the downtime, because I imagine the downtime will take some more role play. But the payoff should be pretty quick.
Okay.
I agree with what Sue said.
All right. So payoff.
Assuming they're happy.
Yeah. So this is let me just make sure I have this number exactly right. Where are you? So yeah, I mean, you succeeded. You
got 12 coins.
The end result was good.
Yeah.
The ends were good.
Your red sashes.
All right, so whoever's gonna take care of this, and you're in what's his face? What's this guy's name?
Beza.
In your in your Gus Camoose.
Oh, Gus Camoose.
I'll take care of it.
Good old Gus Camoose.
All right, I'm in Gus Camoose.
Yep. So you're gonna earn 4 for this because you get 2 by just for a score, and then because they're you get +1 rep per tier higher than you, so they were a tier 2 gang, and you got tier 0, so you're gonna get 4 rep total.
Wow,
that's good.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it means, but that's good.
Means we're halfway to, or we're, I don't know. We're doing something.
We did it.
Because I would argue that you didn't keep this job completely quiet.
What? Nobody is alive to tell the tale.
That's true.
But you're absolutely right. This is not quiet. This will be all in the news.
Yeah. And you do, in the course of like the payoff, you do take I'm assuming, unless you want to do otherwise, tell me now. I'm assuming you're going to take the full stash, the full score back to Baz, and he's going to, tell you, nice work. I'm impressed. And he'll give you your cut of the 4 coin out of the 12 that you
How much did he say he was giving us?
He was giving you 4. So there was 12 coin worth there. He was giving you 4.
So we have 4 total?
Yes, so that would be for the crew. You get 4 coin.
And when we count it all up, there's 12 coin worth of stuff here.
Yep.
All right.
12 coin worth of money. He takes.
So I guess what I was clarifying was, so I know we got 2 coin for just doing it. Do we basically get another 2 coin? That's our 4, or are we getting 4 on top of the 2 that comes with completing the score?
So this is So you're getting 4 total.
That's all I needed to know. Okay, it's in there. Yep.
Okay. So that is the payoff. So basically, the meeting with Baz. So Baz is brief.
We can start there.
He's been, but he gives you your cut. Says, I'll have my people be in touch if I, want to use you for future work. But you did good. This is going to slow them down considerably. And then, if you want to have any further conversation with them, we can.
Well, that might depend on the conversation we had when we got back.
I think we want to have further conversation with.
Yeah, I think
ourselves.
There's a conversation that needs to happen first, and then we can talk to Baz. All right.
So we can pick up next time with conversation back at the hideout, and then if anything comes of that, and you need to talk with Basso further, we'll
do it then.
Yep.
Sounds good.
We'll resolve the rest of the entanglements, heat, downtime stuff, and figure out what you guys are doing and what your next score is going to look like.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're going to need some de-stressing after this. And how does healing work in this game?
So that is one of your downtime actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you can recover, which gets treatment, and then the healing thing is a clock. So as you fill your clock, you take harm down a level. So you would take your 2 to 1 and your 1 to nothing.
Okay.
Each time you fill a healing clock.
And does that heal all? That every wound you have, it heals.
Each harm is reduced by a level when you fill.
Okay. Gotcha.
So any 1 goes to 0, any 2 goes to 1, 3 to 2.
How many level 1 harms can you have?
Two.
So yeah, 2. And if you would take another one, then it bumps you up to a level 2. And so
Yeah,
that's like
2 2s and 1 3.
I see what those boxes mean now. Thank you.
Yeah, so whenever you would take a level that is already filled, you're going to take the next level higher because things are
Okay.
Yeah. So those boxes are just for you to be able to type in whatever. So like you were lightly bruised is one of your level 1s.
Yeah.
Stabbed in the leg or stabbed in the shoulder was your level 2.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had a level 1 of being battered and a level 2 of stabbed in the left shoulder.
Right. And like when you heal, it'll become like an achy shoulder and then you won't be bruised kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Josh?
Yeah, it'll become like the wound has closed. Now you've just got this sort of healing wound there. You're not taking the -1 from it. It's functional. And all your bruises from getting hit with the door have gone away.
You're welcome, by the way.
Good. Yeah, that was a perfectly placed door.
Yeah, sorry it didn't happen sooner. I figured you had it.
It's a good door. Good use.
He murdered.
No,
He
he's
murdered
sneaky.
everyone.
He's not actually
Yeah. Well, how am I
hand-to-hand
thinking
fighty.
We call him Sarge. I figured he could
Thought
be
he
all
was
of it.
sneaky, but like he's our thief. But
He was
he's
pretty sneaky. No, he's an assassin.
He's an
He's an
assassin.
assassin.
He is an assassin. Yeah.
we should be assassins. I thought he was our thief.
I'm
I
not.
thought he was our burglar or
Ranger.
Bilbo.
I thought we were doing shadows. Apparently not.
Yeah, I thought we were shadows. Yeah. That's
We'll change our crew next time.
Very good. Another thing to don't forget to do is if you rolled a desperate action, make sure you mark that XP.
On your playbook.
So that would go in the
Or no, not on your playbook. On whatever.
would go in the attribute. Yeah,
Right.
whichever attribute you used. So you have the trackers for prowess, resolve, and insight.
Mhm.
And there's the little flags next to each one of them.
Well, was that Mike? Did Mike have a desperate action?
Yeah, you did a desperate
Desperate skirmish.
skirmish.
So yeah, you get a marker in the.
So you'll get
Prowess.
a prowess tally.
Is he frozen?
He is.
Ah. And the other thing is like our.
Yeah, your playbook stuff. So if you, and this is kind of up to, so Mike, what I was saying is don't forget to tally an XP in your prowess box for the desperate action you rolled. You did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so regardless of how it turns out, you still get the XP.
Yep.
Oh,
And then,
that's why it's hard to get a desperate action because that's a big bonus.
Yeah.
So I have a question. It says, if you address a challenge with stealth or evasion.
Technically it was stealth.
so
I mean, every one of those, like I had how many skirmishes? Or not skirmishes, but ambushes?
Murders? Several.
That's very stealthy.
It was very stealthy.
uh,
Well,
This was a stealth mission, and I did it stealthily.
and the question was like, were there two situations? So,
It's like, no.
I mean,
like when he first scouted out, that was stealthy.
it
It's still
was
stealthy when he
it
murdered
was a
those
stealth-
people.
It was a stealth mission, and
Yeah.
you did the most stealth way you could possibly do it. For sure.
Including the silence potion flask.
Yeah.
So yeah, so in terms of that, yeah, you can mark the two. Cause for each, and I'm checking just to make sure, but I think for each like opportunity, 2 is the most you can get.
Right. Yeah, if you did it once, great. If you did it more than once, 2.
If it happened a lot, and I would say, I mean, you made a lot of stealth rolls. So
I made a lot more than I didn't make.
So I think two on the player advancement for you makes sense there. So, and this is kind of for you guys to, judge how you think. If you have questions like, hey, do you agree? Do you think I did this? Then, let me know. But if you think you did the first thing, which is generally like something related to you, or any of those, bullet points, addressing a challenge with whatever thing applies to you, expressing whatever, or struggling with your vice or traumas, then you mark either 1 or 2 XP for those. One is, if you think you did it, if you think you did that particular thing a lot. So that could be anywhere from 0 to 6, because it could be 0 for each, up to 2 for each. In your
Should we let Johnny express his beliefs? Because I think that's what's going to happen on the walk home.
About to express his beliefs very strongly.
Drives, heritage, or background. I think. I guess I don't know if that's what yours says, but
I mean,
yeah, thanks. Those are for everybody.
You guys apparently misunderstood what my background was, but that seems like a you problem.
You're an assassin.
Clearly did. Yeah.
I thought you were a grease man or.
Yeah, it said you were in the military. It didn't say anything about you were an assassin. There's a long.
I thought you were more of a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as an assassin. Yeah.
Right.
No,
there's going to be a lot of talking when we get
look.
You didn't realize.
I can save it till next time.
Like Jason Bourne was in the party. Like he seemed just like a dude, and then
one day
went ham on these guys.
But once they fight back, though, you got to be ready.
Yeah, he's not Jason Bourne when they fight back.
Yeah,
I am not fighting back with
he's
me.
really good at killing sleeping people.
You're actually Gollum. That's who you are.
There you go.
Once Sam starts fighting back, you're just useless. But
As long as they're asleep or otherwise unawares, hard to take care of it.
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
So does something routine like picking a safe or whatever count as that, or is that not in the spirit of using technical skill?
Yeah, because the pickup, like mine also says you address the challenge with tracking or violence. I mean, I didn't track. I did use violence one time.
You addressed the challenge with violence.
So, I mean, as long as it happened at least once.
Yeah.
So you get at least once? All right.
Right. So, yeah, like mine's every time a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. It's like I tried to approach casing the warehouse with arcane power, and I used my knowledge of the spirit wardens to try and let the crew know that we needed to hurry.
That was super helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Where does that?
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, so I think that you tried to address things with your connections to the arcane. And Drew, technical skill or mayhem. I would argue that this technical skill
Blowing the dust.
and blowing the dust was certainly mayhem.
I learned something.
Yeah.
Well, and so I would argue that Drew probably would get 2 XP because they were very big, very different things. Like we needed to get into that safe, and he got us in there, and he took out 2 of the rooms, which was huge, and that was through the tinkering. So I would argue he'd get 2. The arcane stuff I did wasn't necessarily big, so even though I did 2 things, I'd count them as 1. I'd take it.
I think that tracking the crows was big.
Yeah, but then like the original warehouse, tuning, that didn't really necessarily do anything. That would at least get me the 1, I'd say, but wouldn't get me 2.
Yeah, and I think that seems right. And Drew, like Sue was saying, in the scope of the actual score, the things you did were, fairly significant. That you did
why'd you have to kill him? I'll say that next week.
Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of talk with Sarge.
Kill those 2.
Why did we have to kill them?
That is true. Look at it. That's for Thursday.
I think he was just frustrated. Just kill everybody then.
Yes, how do you kill a party member? How does that work?
There's PC. It's in here.
Yep, there is.
It's in there? Okay, good.
It's in there, yeah.
Look up those rules before we play again, Josh.
No reason, just asking,
Oh.
So, Johnny, what are your other skills other than shooting people with guns? Like, what are you best at?
Shooting people with guns.
Yeah, hunting.
See, that's going to be a problem on stealth missions. If don't get you some.
Well, but the throwing knives are hunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
You're
weapons.
good at throwing knives. Okay.
We
got to get you some silencers.
Right. Yeah.
Knives.
But I'm actually fairly balanced because I wanted to take a balance and a lot of skills. So I didn't. The only thing I double up and hunt because that's what I'm given to start, and then everything else is just the 1 dot.
Same.
That's me too.
Because I'm not like, I mean, he was a bounty hunter wannabe. So, I mean, he's not necessarily into the walk in and kill somebody. He's the track them down, look at the scenes, know what the scene has there, survey the scene, study your target, figure out the best time to bring your target back. So, I mean, that's, That's more along the lines of what he's working on. He just happens to carry a lot of guns and weapons and knives.
They're useful.
They're useful, yeah.
Blades in the dark are useful.
Yeah.
Yep.
But apparently, I do have this trained hunting demon thing that I need to work on. Need to read up on some more because I get that for free apparently. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
I don't know what it does for me, but
Yeah, if you look up in the second book that Josh sent, it'll be at the end of your playbook.
okay.
All right. Well,
I do.
get this crew back together for the walk back and the discussion at the hideout on Thursday.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back for some more Scoundrel Mayhem Thursday. See you then.
Real scoundrel mayhem.